Welcome to the Legged Podcast. As you all know by now, the Legged Podcast is powered by Monterex. Make sure you head over to monterex.com and take advantage of the 15% off they offer if you type in Legged at checkout. Monterex have been the main sponsor of the podcast for a while now, and their gear is a belter. So head over to the website now and take full advantage of the Legged promo code. So before this episode starts, if you do enjoy the Legged Podcast and you do want to support us for just £1 a week, you can on Patreon. And with doing so, you get early access to all our episodes and an extra weekly episode of me and Jordan just chewing the fat. Thanks for the support. Nice one.
Right, welcome to the Legged Podcast. It's me, Jordan Neal.
It's me, Andy Grant, and this week's guest is Mark Roberts.
Nice one.
Nice one for being here, mate. Before we kick it off, big thanks to our sponsors, Monterex. Go to their website, type in Legged to get 15% off. Also, their clothing, type in Legged 20 for 20% off them.
20 pence off.
Yeah. Tell you what, I'm not going there.
20% off. And also, Health Kick Kitchen for your scran. You type in Legged 10 for 10% off them. Go and support the sponsors and take advantage. Yeah. Right. Could be a funny one, this, because...
Yeah.
Actually, I'm depressed at the moment.
I was going to say, yeah. I don't have much to say.
Well, I think it'd be funny because Dave Tellwell, obviously he's been on, a friend of the show. He's the one who gave me your number, put us in touch.
Yeah.
And so his was a belter. His went down really well.
I saw it.
Yeah.
It was a cracker.
So,
some man.
Did like you two though, but Dave's alright.
yeah. We carried him like. But no, Dave's a cracking fella.
He's
one of the podcast favourites, Dave. Like.
So you've heard me, yeah.
Yeah, you might go to the top.
So, mate, before I do an intro, how do you kind of want people to them? How do people remember you or know you now, or how would you like them to?
That's a good first question.
I know you've improved.
Yeah, well, all my life, even since school, I was a class joker. Do you know what I mean? I was always messing around, always doing whatever. And you make mates by making people laugh, do you know what I mean? And everyone enjoys to laugh.
Yeah.
So it's gone from school to work, from work to college, to this, that and the other, to... I've found it's part of my... it's me. It's just in me to do the things that I do. And by just being a class joker and a laughing joke and a boozer, I can make tens of thousands of people to laugh now, lad, just by doing something daft. You know what I mean? Just by running on with me bollocks out. But the thing is, I don't just run up with me bollocks out. I try and create a little bit of a show. You don't feel like Eddie Streaker runs on, they run on wave and whatever. I try and do something that makes it a little show. I'll try and score a goal, or I'll do something daft in tennis, but everything's got to be funny. And I've got principles as far as streaking's concerned, right? Never go on during a game. Never go on while the play's in motion, because you can change the outcome and you can offend half the crowd. Half the crowd can be buzzing, but the other half can go, what the fuck are you doing, mate? You stop just scoring a goal or something. So it's always got to be the right time for about 30 seconds a minute. But then if you're not getting legged, I'm staying on till you leg me. I'm not going anywhere, do you know what I mean? Come Ed. And the worst time I ever did that was Old Trafford. I'd just done an interview in London. I was on my way home in Euston Station, reading the paper. There was a big takeover bid. So it was not the big one that they've had years ago. Reading the paper, I thought, oh, fucking hell. No, it's a game on tonight. I'm going there. So I changed my train. Got on a train to Manchester. So I've gone to Manchester, rang one of the lads. Anyone there with tickets? He said, look, there'll be loads of lads outside with tickets, what have you? It's gone outside Old Trafford, one of the lads. A tout. All right, mate, it's Mark Robbo Street. And he went, oh, fucking hell, Mark. You going in? I said, well, I will if you give me a ticket. He said, fucking right, lad. And all the crowd were walking into Old Trafford. I said, listen, I've got to ask you a favour before I go in, lad. I said, what? I said, I need you to write something on me back. He said, where? I said, in that phone box over there. So as thousands of people are walking into Old Trafford, we're in a phone box. I've got my top off, and he's writing on me back as thousands of people are walking past me. He went, this is fucking nuts, this lad. Wait till you see what's going to happen after. So he's writing on me back. But because there was a big takeover bit. I had me back, take over this, with an arrow put into my ass. Right? So I've got to walk down, give me the ticket. I've gone in, bought a ticket as well. Right in one of the corners, about 6 or 7 seats up, but I had a big rucksack because I've been in London for the weekend. So I'm sitting there going, fucking alright. There's no rip-offs or nothing like that, so I'm like, fucking watching it. There's 2 security guards at the bottom by the gate, and they're sitting, I thought, fucking hell, I've got to get past them. But as you go over the gate, the pitch and all traffic's on a raise.
Yeah.
So it's like, I've got to, fucking hell, I've got to be quick here. So I'm watching, I'm on the end, and these fellas are here. So I've got my fucking bag there, and I was like, I've got to get my kids off here, lads. So I took my top off, so I put it over me kecks. So I'm undoing me kecks underneath me coat and all that. Took me kecks down. I was like, fuck it, I just got, and old Man U were winning 3. They were playing Norwich. I think they were winning 3-0 or 3-1. And it was like towards the end of the game, so it wasn't interrupted, you know what I mean? I've gone like that, I went, fuck it. As soon as both their heads turn that way, I'm going, like. So I said to this fella, yeah, mate, watch me bag for us. He went, what? I said, watch me bag. Went, fuck off, top off. And bollock underneath, down the fucking thing, over the gate. And as I've got over the gate, got past them 2. As I got onto the raise of the pitch, one grabbed hold of me from the sides. He just got hold of me sides. I'm going, and he's pulling me back like tug of war. And the crowd are going, go on, lad, go on, lad. I'm going, and I pulled away. He scratched me sides. I've got on the pitch and there's Schmeichel and goal. I went, now then, blue nose. Fuck off. So I'm legging it round the pitch, ran past fucking Ferguson, he's laughing his tits off. As I'm running around, there was one security chasing me and I was fitted it. Left him for dust, like, middle of Old Trafford. I'm running around, laughing my head off, like. I got, the worst thing I did, said to him, bring your mates on. What a dickhead, like, Liverpool, aren't I? Next thing, 6 of them come on. And they've all got me into a corner. So I hadn't said nothing when they all grabbed hold of me, you know, the fleshy parts under your arm.
Yeah.
They've all grabbed me there. They're going, where's he fucking from? Where's he from? And he went, I've got tattoos. He went, look, he's a foreigner. We've got Thailand here, we've got Hong Kong here. I thought, I'm saying, fuck all that. I'm a foreigner, if you was the scouts, you know what I mean? So as he took me over the thing, you went to the tunnel. It's a maze of tunnels inside Old Trafford. They do me in, like, proper. Give me proper digs and everything like that. Throwing me into a corner, running me head into the wall and all that. He eventually got me around the corner and threw me into a little corner. So I've covered up for the digs and the kicks. Next thing he went, fuck that, put that fucking coat on, lad. I fucking high vis. So I put it on, think, what's going on here? And there's a police charge room over there. So as soon as he walked me in, as soon as I crossed that step, that's sanctuary. I'm in police protection then, do you know what I mean? And all these security outside the door, so the coppers got in and suddenly from the door to the desk is just there. Copper said, right name, where you from? I said, Mark Roberts, Prescott Road, Liverpool. He went, he's a fucking scout. Yeah, you were fuming, mate.
I bet they were.
Oh, man, I was going to shit myself.
Oh, you know, if that's the stories we're starting on, we're going to have a good time.
Oh, that's not that, lad.
What happens to your bag? It's back at your seat?
Oh, I lost it. Yeah, it was all, everything's gone.
Collateral damage?
Yeah, so that's the thing. Everywhere I go, I travel light. Do you know what I mean? I did one. These Canadian film company got in touch years ago to making a film about some fella in Spain who copies me, and they're making a big documentary about him. So I was all right, yeah. So his name's Jimmy Jump. I said, I've never heard of him. I said, look into him. So I looked at him. I thought, he's a fucking dickhead. He jumps on during games and he tries to put a bobble hat on players on their heads, and he ruins games, you know what I mean? So he stops the run of playing, whatever. So I spent 2 days with them, and I said, listen, he's an idiot. I said, everything's got to be timing. You've got to do it so you don't interrupt it now. It's okay. So when they left me on the Friday, the end of the film was getting filmed on the Sunday, the El Clasico in Madrid, Barcelona, Real Madrid. So so don't tell him what I've told you about proper time. He said, no, we're going to weigh it up together. So go ahead then. So they got a Friday. Saturday, I'm fucking sitting man going, will he tell him that? I don't know that. So I went out for a bevy Saturday night. I'm thinking, fuck, I don't know that. Woke up Sunday morning, I went, fuck it, I'm going. Just got out of bed, didn't tell no one. Put my rip-off kecks on, coat, Right.
What the proper Velcros like?
I'm the face of Velcro. I'm telling you. That's how I get on, Dick. I can run past the busy. Before he knows it, I'm bollock naked 2 seconds later, lad, do you know what I mean? So I thought, fuck, I'm going, man. Yeah. So I put my Velcro kicks on, shirts up. That was it. John Lennon Airport, flight to Madrid. There was one seat left at the 2 o'clock flight. It's a night game. 2 o'clock, 400 quid, and I went, oh, fucking hell, man. Go ahead to Lavie. So I got on the flight. Gets to Madrid Airport. I rang one of the lads, is anyone doing tickets for the game tonight? He said, I don't know, you know, mate. He said, one lad from Manchester, Crewy, he might be doing it. Give me his number, I rang Crewy. He said, Mark, it's Mark Robbo, 3K. He went, oh, what the fuck are you? I said, are you in Madrid? He said, yeah, I've got tickets. You're here? I said, yeah. I'm in the Holiday Inn. Come and see me. Fucking hell, goes to the Holiday Inn, gives me a ticket, fucking bang on. He's wrote on me back. They're called Galacticos, where galactic ass. On me back. Always got to have a funny message, like, do you know what I mean, for the photos and that. So I've gone in the game, and every time I go in, for the best way to get on, I've got to be near the halfway line. Because I'm always going to go half-time, try and take the ball and try and score a goal. That's the plan all the time. I've done it in the Champions League final and all that. I scored a goal like that.
No.
So I've gone in, but I'm behind the goal. I've gone, fuck that. So I've got to try and wait. I'm looking at the security and all that, and it's full on in the bin about that. So I'm watching the game start. Well, just before the game starts, I'm weighing it up. Next thing, Nobed jumps on. Just before the game starts. He always goes on during the game. Do you know what I mean? Straight away I thought, the fucking told him. Now he's jumped in the goal in front of me. I've gone, should I just run on and get him in a headlock and say, what the fuck are you playing at? You're not bad. You haven't got a clue what you're doing. I thought, no, I'm going to go on myself, do you know what I mean? Police cart him off. So next thing, half-time comes. So I thought, how the fuck am I going to get past them? There was loads of security, and one security leant on the gate, and it opened. So he's accidentally shown me, that gate's open. So okay. So I just walked down half-time, just before the players are coming on, whatever you. So then, by the way, I'm a supporter. You've got to look the same all the time. Look like everybody else, you know what I mean? You can't stand out and that. Next thing, players are on the pitch. As soon as the ball's on the spot, I've got to go now, lad. So I've opened the gate, fucking past him. As soon as he turned that way, past him, onto the pitch, ripped me clothes off on the pitch, legged it. And Ronaldo was about to kick off. You know, the baldy one with the big teeth, not the fit one, like.
Proper one.
The proper one. As I'm legging it, he passed me the ball once before when Beckham's first game in the Bernabeu. Well, that's another story. So he's about to kick off and I went, Ronaldo, remember me? Fucking in the ball, man.
It's me.
Do you know what I mean? And he just picked it up and put it under his arm. We're on pattern, getting legged now. Do you know what I mean? You fucking knobhead. So I'm legging it. All the police grabbed me at the end, cart me off, put me in a van, take me to the police station. I'm bollock naked. Then now it's time's about 10, 11 o'clock, whatever, do you know what I mean? So instead of taking me to the cell, the doors that open, the glass doors, they put me on a bench here, bollock naked. And all the police are coming in and out, and they said, I'm fucking freezing. I said, Senor, my clothes. No clothes. I said, Senor, blanket. No blanket. I'm fucking sitting here, fucking freezing. The doors open every 2 seconds. I'm freezing to bits. Next thing, about 1:30, copper goes, go. Bollock all that. I'm such a mean, go. Fucking bollock naked, mate. Middle of Madrid. I thought this is a wind up this. I said, oh, nice one now. So I just walked out, started walking up the street, expecting the coppers to come after me. I say, Senor. No one come after me now. So I went, fuck. I've got to go back in the police station. I said, Senor, my clothes. And your clothes, Senor, they go. That's what you're about. When I ripped my clothes off on the pitch, security picked them up and just threw them in the crowd.
Oh my God.
Got my phone, my passport, my ATM card, my money, everything. I've told no one. I've told no one I'm in Spain, do you know what I mean? Now I'm bollock naked in a police station, 1:30 in the fucking morning, with nothing. I can't even get in touch with no one. And I thought, fuck it, then, go ahead. Start running around Spain. Running around Madrid, mate. You can either go up or down, can't you know what I mean? I'll start fucking. And people trying to stop me in the streets and all that. I went, long story, fuck off.
Long story.
So I'm running, and eventually, 15, 20 minutes, some fella stopped me. He said, Senor, what? And needs a rest anyway. I said, and I told him quickly what I'd just done. He went, that was you? It's like, I saw it on TV. See, in Spain, they follow every step.
Yeah.
Here, they cut off. But in Spain, I've done 5 big ones in Spain, lad. They watch everything. He said, no, man. He said, will you go? I said, I don't know, lad. I said, I'm just fucking running. I'm just fucking keeping warm. No, senor. And I went, oh, hang on. The Holiday Inn with the lad. Give me the ticket. I said, the Holiday Inn? He went, so far, senor. I said, you point. I'll find it. He went, oh, he said, senor, wait. This guy in the middle of the street, 1:30 in the morning, don't know from Adam, stopped the taxi, told the taxi driver to score, give him his last 20 euros. He said, take him, Holiday Inn. It was more than 20 euros. The taxi driver's laughing his tits off. I went, fucking hell, go ahead.
Oh.
This is when I was working for Dave, so eventually he gets to the hotel, walks in the hotel, it's on the telly, everyone's buzzing. Fucking go ahead, fucking go ahead. Next thing, gets thrown out the hotel for being bolloco. So the lad who give me the ticket, got a pair of shorts and a t-shirt and a few bevies in the bar, let me get my head down in his room, let me 200 euros the next morning. I've gone to the police station in the airport to say my passport was stolen in the game last night. He said, okay, let me on the flight. The next day, I was in work with Dave.
Dave Tellwell.
I was in work with Dave Tellwell. The next day, everyone's having a tea break. I didn't say nothing at the beginning. At the tea break, everyone's sitting round. And then St. George's Hall, it's all cells. Where you have your tea break, the old cells in the court. So I'm fucking sitting in the cell again, aren't I? I'm fucking tea that. You know what I mean? Everyone said, what did you do the weekend? I went, normal, same old that.
It's so good. How do you... Sorry, are you going to ask the same question as me?
Well, you started off saying like class clown, and I think I weren't a class clown, but I liked having a laugh in school. I loved school. But yeah,
I hated it.
I don't know many people that were a class clown type of person who went on to become a streaker. I mean, I know you like making people laugh and smile. How does that then progress into doing that?
Yeah.
That's mad. I'm a joker everywhere I go. I see comedy everywhere in the streets. If I can be in a queue, fucking having a crack with people in the queue, strangers, I love just having a one-on-one or just having a little crack with people and stuff. But then, when I was in Hong Kong, I used to live in Hong Kong, and I shit myself. It was like in the early 90s, and nobody had ever gone further than Greece and Spain and what have you. And when I got there,
what took you to Hong Kong?
I used to work in Greece originally, and I met this lad, like we became like brothers. I've come home, he's gone travelling, and out the blue, he rang me, he said, Mark, I'm in Hong Kong. I'm managing a bar. He said, get over here. I was on a dole at the time. I said, guy, mate, I haven't got a fucking penny. He stuck with me, I'll send you the ticket. He said, get you coming? I said, 100%. So it took him a few months before I got the ticket. So I'm thinking, fucking hell, Hong Kong, man. There was no internet or not at the time, do you know what I mean? So it was only what I had in my head. Fucking all Chinese people running around with rickshaws and the paddy hats on. I thought, fucking hell, I said, no, lad. So I wouldn't say scared. I was apprehensive, but excited at the same time, do you know what I mean? And and the guy who was giving me a lift to the airport, an old family friend, I said, Derek, I used to be in the American Army. I said, what am I doing? Am I doing the right thing? He said, what he said to me, I use all the time now. He said, if you don't go, you'll always regret it. If you go, don't like it, just get on a plane and come home. At least you fucking went and had to go. So as soon as I land, within a week, I was like, fucking in me. This is where it became me. Hong Kong, do you know what I mean? This is me now, basically. But everything that I do now, that I start worrying about or something, or I'm a bit wary, you don't know unless you ever go, do you?
Yeah.
Do you know
It's a great way to look at life.
That's what I do all the time now, yeah.
So did the first streak come in Hong Kong then, did it?
First 4. Yeah.
But again, how does alright, there's a difference in having a laughing joke.
Yeah.
At what point you go, I want to get fucking naked?
Was it like a bet or something? Yeah, I was going to say. I can just think of like having a pint or whatever and someone going, I bet you won't. And yeah, I fucking will.
No,
and then it becomes like this great hobby.
That was, I worked at a bar in Hong Kong, and be on a bike and have a bevy. So, and I knew all the lads in the bar, do you know what I mean? I've been there a little while, what have you. So I finished my shift at 10:30. So I'm sitting next to the owner, me and the owner having a crack and a bevy. And the rugby 7s is on Saturday, Sunday. So this is a Saturday night. And all these lads come in from the 7s. So I'm a girl who streaked. I'm pissed, man. Do you know what I mean? I'm bladdered. And I went, oh,
sounds like a great time.
I said, anyone can do that. It was just an off-the-cuff remark. because I'm sitting next to you, and he went, all right, big mouth, you do it tomorrow? Oh, yeah, go ahead. I'm bladdered. No intentions, I'm just talking shite. So next time, the word's gone round the pub, so everyone in the boots comes, are you streaking tomorrow? Yeah. But I'm having a bevy constantly. Gets home 4 o'clock in the morning, wasted. I'm slugging my clothes on, I've lay on the couch in the apartment. The last thing I thought was, what the fuck going on here, man? What's been said? And I went into a coma and I was bladdered. Yeah. Next thing I know, just fucking banging on the door. And it felt like I've only slept for about 2 minutes. But obviously I had 3 or 4 hours. And I was on the door. I'm on the 13th floor in the apartment block. Mark, come on, open the door. I said, Harry, fuck off. He said, no, we're going to Sevens. I said, I'm not going nowhere, mate. He said, you're going to Sevens. You've told everyone. Everyone's going to the stadium. You're going. I said, fuck off. He said, you open the door, I'm going to kick it in. So I've got up off the couch and there's the door. As soon as I opened the door, he just grabbed hold of me and the lift was facing the apartment door. Straight in the lift, I'm going, what the fuck are you doing, mate? What the fuck is going on? Straight into a waiting taxi, straight to stadium. I'm going, Harry, what's going on, mate? I was out the game. He said, come on. I said, take me to the bar. Gone in the stadium, straight to the bar. Let's get me a beer, mate. And I'm bad. First beer, mate.
Some angle for this, by the way.
Oh, it's the worst.
I'm trying to think of the amount of things you've said you'd do with people when you first do, like, I'll meet you for breakfast or something.
It changed my life. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And I had 1 beer and I was worse, and then I had 2 and then I had 3. And I've just got to a level where I feel...
Yeah. Back in the game.
Well, I'm not back in the game, but just okay. But I hadn't looked in the stadium because I was going straight to the bar. I said, I'm just going to have a look in. I'm expecting everyone to be like stadiums, everyone's sitting there watching the game or whatever, and it's just the way it is. And as soon as I stuck my head in, one of the first things I saw was a fellow with a French flag wrapped around him, swinging a fucking live chicken around his head. And I went, what the fuck? It was a party. Everyone's buzzing, everyone's dancing, fucking drugs of Carlsberg and this, that and the other, and everyone's... I went, fucking hell. And I felt the atmosphere straight away, the energy. I went, fuck it, I'm doing it now, lad. I'm just getting out the way. He went, no, wait. I said, fucking wait. I'm doing it now. So I've gone straight down the main stand, walked down the steps, sat on the thing, pushed some fella over, took me fucking gear off. Because I know everyone I knew was in the main stand here. Jumped on while the All Blacks were playing South Africa, the Springboks, 2 biggest teams in the world at the time. I've ran on. Okay, I've fucking done it. Here's the ball. Mate went, get the fucking thing. So I ran over, picked the ball up, legged it, whole length of the pitch and scored a try. Like, against the All Blacks, man. Against the All Blacks, like, yeah. And as soon as I put the ball down in the middle of the post, the whole stadium, 65,000. I just went, fucking hell. You could feel the energy hit me all at once. I was like, fucking hell. Now then. Now then. And some of the All Blacks just went, give me a little clap. Yeah, sorry, man. Yeah, so as I'm running back to my seat, I'm thinking, fucking hell, I'm looking at all the crowd and they're going nuts. I've jumped over the barrier. I've gone, fucking hell, I've got my cock out. So I'm stood in the crowd with my hand over my nudger. Right, and everyone's coming over and the fucking fellas are pouring beers over my heads and all that. Girls are coming over, kissing me and hugging me and all that. I was like, fucking hell. And it was still a British colony then. And an English cop was walking along, he's going, as if to say, you go and get off. I'm going... Yeah. I went, you know what, fuck it, bollock, I can do to the fuck, man. I'm in the middle of the crowd, well at the front, at the barriers, fucking buzzing me tits off. A fella copper come up to me and went, listen, I'll give you a chance there. He's going to have to throw you out the stadium. I said, don't give a shit, mate, whatever. But as he's taking me off, the whole stadium went, leave him alone, leave him alone. So he took me, as he's taking me down the tunnel to the gates, someone shouted, Streaker! Looked up, so I had 2 jugs of Carlsberg, boof. One over me, one over the copper lad. The copper was laughing his tits off. And then some fellas who went out, he went, yeah, mate, just pass me something. Copper went, I didn't see that. He said, if you come in here again, I'm going to nick you. I said, no, I'm done, I'm going. As I got out the turnstile, looked, it was a free pass. I've come straight in the next turnstile, went in and did it again.
And yeah, were you hooked from that day then, yeah?
Oh, the book, well, it was my Hong Kong buzz, do you know what I mean? Because I went to Hong Kong taught me a lot, so much that you'd learn. You need to go away to experience different things, you know what I mean? If you're in Liverpool all the time, you only know what's going on in our city, which is great. But for your head, I think you need to go out around the world and
see different cultures. And
Yeah, you do.
exactly.
You have to
mate.
immerse yourself in people who you don't necessarily understand. You know what I mean, and learn from them. I think it's one of the best life lessons you can ever do, isn't
Well,
it?
that's the best. That everyone should at least travel at least once, go around and see different things. Not just go away with your mates and get pissed up and get all that carry on. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You need to go and experience other people.
Yeah.
Like I travel on my own. Every time I go away, I go on my own. Well, if you go with a group of lads, you're out in the bar and everyone's just getting pissed up and you're doing the same thing all the time. I'll go to bars and I always end up talking to Tom, Dick and Harry. And the people I've met just by going away on my own, do you know what I mean? It's been fantastic.
Do you think you've got that confidence to meet other people and speak to strangers because you've got like a brilliant story?
That helps.
It's a great icebreaker, isn't it?
It helps, lad. No, when you talk to somebody, they go, I'll say, what do you do for a living? And they go, and they go, what do you do?
How long you got?
Sometimes I'll say, I'm a painter. If you're in there's a good crack, do you want to go on and do a streaker, lad? What do you mean, a streaker? Yeah, just done one or two, like. What do you mean? Done one or two, what have you done? So what sport do you like?
Yeah.
And any sport do you name? Yeah, I've done that one, I've done that one, I've done that one. No, but I've done that one 3 times, I've done that one twice. It just goes on, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, do you know after you'd done them first couple, did you then draw up a sort of like a bucket list,
Yeah,
so
I was
to
thinking
speak?
like a hit list.
Did you go, right, I'm getting
No,
all
after
these?
see, this was my Hong Kong buzz.
Yeah.
I'm just going to find life and enjoy the experience and see where I am and where my head's going and what have you. And then after done that, I go back to that pub that night. It was nuts. I got picked up and carried over everyone's head. And then a reporter come up to me, an English reporter, and said, there's a game on, this is on a Sunday, there's a game on Tuesday called Instant Dict. It's the Hong Kong version of the FA Cup semi-final. Instant Dict playing South China. I went, go ahead. I'm on the bus, aren't I?
Yeah.
I'm expecting the same crack. So me and my mates have gone. This other stadium in Mong Kok, of all places. And we've gone in. Mate, there's like 25,000 Chinese
Watching the game.
just sitting there. No atmosphere or nothing. I've just come from Hong Kong Stadium where everyone's partying. I've walked in and said to Jimmy last night, I don't like this, mate. He went, don't do it then. I said, no, I'm here now, aren't I?
This is only your second one still?
Yeah, this is like
Second one.
the 2 days after I'd done the sevens. So I went, Jimmy, I said, no, I'm here. Do you know what I mean? I said, no, the press are up there waiting for me to jump on because I told the reporters I'll come. I was like, fucking hell, lad, it's going to be weird, this. So next thing as the 2 teams are coming off, I went, fuck, I'm just going, lad. But I had no rip-offs, obviously. So I ran down the stairs. The Chinese security tried to stop me, so I just Jimmy them, lad. Got onto the pitch, got into the penalty spot, lay on me back, took me pants off, lay on me back, got up, bollock naked. You could have hit a pin drop.
Oh, really?
Could have hit a pin. Tumbleweed.
Wow.
I've got up and gone, fucking hell, man, this isn't going down too well. Leg it. So I've run from one penalty area, I've got to the other end of the pitch, just threw myself in the goal, stood up, and I'm surrounded by reporters, photographers taking pictures, so I'm just fucking pulling mad faces and all that. But it's all Chinese police, there's no English coppers, it's all Chinese. And all that, just silence, except the clicking of the fucking cameras. I'm looking at the crowd and they're just like, look at the Chinese coppers all around the pitch and they're going, because you've never seen nothing like it, do you know what I mean? I went, fucking take off again, lad. So I've took off to another end of the pitch. But as soon as I start doing the second one, all the coppers come at me then, and that's when the crowd erupted. Because the Chinese people are suppressed by their government, aren't they? Do you know what I mean? And so even in Hong Kong, they feel a bit downtrodden. So as I'm getting legged by the coppers, the car starts going. And one of the Chinese coppers tried to rugby tackle me. I've dodged him, lad, and the car started going fucking mad then, lad. I legged it, got to the other end where I started, threw myself on the goal. And all of a sudden, all these 6 Chinese cops come up to me. You crazy, you have big penis. I said, have a fuck, mate, have a look at that. Because one of the Chinese folks have little willies, aren't they? I said, no, mate, I'm one of you, lad, don't worry about that.
I'm one of you.
So the next thing, they've made a cord, they've made a cordon around me. And he said, you hold on to his shoulder, we march you off. I said, okay, so I'm fucking holding on to this copper's shoulder. They've made a cordon so nobody can see it. They've so fucking seen everything.
Yeah.
And they're marching off. And one of them he didn't mean to do it accidentally, but he broke me toe as he's marching me off. But as he's marching me off, I'm looking at the crowd. It was like watching Disney.
Really, yeah.
From being animated, the faces are everywhere I looked. They're screaming and cheering to fuck. And as I got to the tunnel, the ones I could see closest, mate, it made me feel fucking great, lad.
Oh, like seeing them laughing and stuff.
I've made their fucking day, do you know what I mean? So we got took into the police charge you and all that, and every time I get nicked in whatever country, sorry. No offence, like, you're just trying to make you laugh. That's it, lad. And it works. I shouldn't say this actually on camera.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, edit that bit.
I don't show this abroad. Sorry. Should I get nicked? Sorry, and the coppers are always screaming at me, security especially. Security hate me, lad. Fuck you, lad. Fuck you, security. Beat you every time. So like, coppers they're screaming at me and all that. And the Chinese way. No, sorry, momentai, no problem. Momentai. Oh. Me mate, they let me make Jimmy in with me clothes. He went, just pretend you're pissed. I said, fucking am. That's what I'm telling them. I've had too many drinks and that and the other. Went, okay, so next thing, he said, okay, we take you to the police station. So fucking hell. Go to the police station, they're going to put me in a cell. And one of the sergeants or whatever, he went, no cell. In here. So put me in a room. So I'm sat there, I've got my kit on. It's okay. What's your name? I said, Mark. My name's Mark. He said, you Mark? I Hokaman. We call each other their first name? I said, okay, thank you, Sam. Why? Why you do that? I said, I just want to make you. I just wanted to make you laugh. I said, Chinese people need to have fun. Ho, very good. Very good. So next thing he started having a conversation as to where you work. So where I worked at the time, it's called Yeltsin. It's in a horseshoe in Lan Kwai Fong. Okay, after this, you draw me a map. So I drew my map and said, I work here, Yeltsin. After this, we come find you. I said, why? He said, no, we have drink. We have drink, me and my friends, we have drink. And I went, happy days. And he did. He come down the next day and had a bevy with us, yeah, after we finished work. Yeah.
Okay, Nell.
But it's mad, I got arrested. But he charged me. Then I was appealed in court. And I'm in court as an English judge as well. And he went, I'm sick of these streakers. We had 2 on Sunday, you know, I've got you today. It was me both times on the Sunday.
That's unbelievable.
Mate, is there like a standard fine for a streaker or like a certain prosecute? I mean,
I've won 8 trials.
Really?
Yeah.
But what by doing that little voice and face that you did before? I'm sorry.
I just want to go to the judge. I just want to make you laugh, Your Honour. No.
You say Scousers can get out of any of
when I first did one here in England, I got charged with indecent exposure, and I thought I just had to plead guilty because I didn't know the score, you know what I mean? Okay, guilty. Then I did it again. I said to my lawyer, I said, no, this isn't right, this. I'm not being indecent. I'm doing it to make everyone have a crack, do you know what I mean? To have a laugh. I'm not being, there's nothing else in it except that.
Yeah, there's nothing sexual about it.
Like, nothing whatsoever, mate, do you know what I mean? So he said, okay, so we pleaded not guilty and we won a decent exposure. So every time after that, thankfully, they charged... Shit.
Our producer's listening now going, yeah, I've got loads of editing to do tonight.
But there's nothing else to charge with.
Yeah.
Section 5, public order, causing harassment, alarm and distress to the public. Now, I've got 60,000 people cheering their heads off now. So, yeah, okay. Who's harassed, alarmed and distressed? So I go to trial and I've won 8. Yeah. I've won 8 trials. Like. Wow. I've only lost 2. I lost a trial for the Superbowl because that was trespass, but still 40. Still went to trial on it. And Matthew Street on my birthday.
Well, you just pissed that time.
Oh, yeah. Well, I was out with the lads and they all got off early. And I'm still on the bus. It's like 10:30. And my birthday's on till 12 o'clock at night there. So I thought, no, fuck it. Let's have a go. On my jack, walking around Matthew Street and all the lads on the doors. So I said, any busies round? He said, Mark, it's a bit quiet tonight, it's no busies. And in the corner was a smackhead. All right, lad, have you got a pound, lad? I said, tell you what, mate, I'll give you the £5 if you go to the phone box, ring the busies and say there's trouble on Matthew Street. He went, you fucking winding me up, aren't you, lad? I said, hey, I'll walk in the phone box. As soon as you do it, I'll give you the £5. He went, hold it then. Goes to the phone box, 999. There's murder on Matthew. I can hear the woman in then. So there's your £5. As I've gone to Matthew Street, so the lads on the door went, Mark, busies. Police vans turned up in a car and the parked adjacent to the top of Matthew Street. So every time I used to go around, I used to carry mad shit with me, wigs, noses and teeth and all that. But this time I had a fucking bathing cap, pair of goggles. So I've got bollock out behind the fucking car, put a bathing cap on, a pair of goggles, swimming goggles. Just walked up Matthew Street and walked in between the car and the van, turned round, put my hands on the bonnet of the police car, stared at them and looked at them. The coppers in the car going, what the fuck are you doing? So I looked at the coppers guy, I said, what are you fucking doing? I went, I'm looking for the bats. He said, get in the back, we'll take you to fucking bats, fucking bang me up all night in St. Anne's Street. But the copper who locked me up in the cell, one of the coppers in the back of the van, I'm looking for the bats, man, of course. I said, as he put me in the cell, he said, this is one of the best nights I've ever had since I've worked on the force. He was buzzing.
Just imagine getting home to his wife and saying, how did your shift go, love? This fella just wandering around looking for the bats.
No, he said he copped off.
Yeah.
But I goes to court, same charge. Gone to court, not guilty. So goes in, copper's gone in after saying it's one of the best nights he's had on the force. He's lied in the dock, lad, under oath. He said, I was waving my penis provocatively at him while I was leaning on the bonnet of the police car. What do you mean provocatively? I was just fucking stood there staring at you in a fucking bathing cap and goggles. He was waving his penis provocatively. So I get in the dock and the prosecutor's fucking hammering me. Kept hitting me with the same question. In the end, I lost my rag. I said, how many times you could ask me this question? They got all the CCTV footage from Matthew Street. There was no one there except the doorman. So who's alarmed and distressed? Do you know what I mean? In the end, because the copper lied, they got me guilty and got a 550 quid fine. And I saw him in town the week following in Concert Square. He was on the beat. He said, right, Mark, how are you doing? I said, what are you doing? You're fucking lying in court, man. He said, it's a part of our job. I said, what, lying in the dock? He said, why didn't you appeal? I said, if I'd have appealed, you'd have lied again, wouldn't you? He said, what you got to do?
Don't you, as funny as it is, when you're getting charged, like fined 550 quid, don't you think, fuck, should have just went on with the lads?
No, worth every penny, lad. I was walking down Slater Street one night. I used to go to a club, I think it was on corner of Seal Street. And when I was in my prime, lad, I was buzzing there all the time and everything. I'm still in my prime now, actually.
Allegedly.
Well, except for my knees and my big belly. But I knew all lads on the doors in town, do you know what I mean? And as I was going into this club, the lads on the door went, Mark, there's no atmosphere in here tonight, lad. He said, go in and cheer her up. I said, I'll get my kit off here. He said, get your kit off here before you go in. Go in, so kit off, bollocks. I went in and started having a dance and fucking jumping on the bar and everything. Within 2 minutes, got the fucking crowd buzzing. But now Captain Cox took over, hasn't he? Superhero with a cape and a fucking Zorro mask. So I've come running out the door. I'm on one, aren't I? Everyone's buzzing. Straight onto Slater Street. So when everyone's out, it's fucking Saturday night, everyone's buzzing. There's a police van parked outside the chippy and 2 coppers are in the chippy getting saved. I've gone, fuck off, run over. On the bonnet, on the bumper, on the windscreen, on the roof of the busy van. Bollock naked, while the 2 coppers are there getting their chips and pie. And I'm dancing the whole of Slater Street out like that, and the coppers didn't have a clue what was going on, man. Dancing on the van, I went, fucking out, he did it for 20 seconds or whatever. Oh, fuck hell, that's good enough, like, fuck off. Kit on, walked in the club, pint of lager, please.
Yeah, mate.
It's fucking great, isn't it? Such a left field story.
Oh, man, fucking hell.
You must have so many stories, lads.
Oh, mate.
I swear to
that's
God,
all I'm
mate.
thinking about. Yeah. You and Dave talking stories, mate. I tell you what.
We could do one together.
Yeah,
It'd be nuts. Me and Dave went to, first time we did Crufts, right?
I've seen that one.
Yeah. Well, the first time we went, Dave's with me. And we're there, I don't know if it was Best of Breed or fucking Best of Show, whatever it was. So I've got him to right on my back. So we're in the men's cubicle in Crufts. I've got my fucking top off and all that, kicks around my ankles and all that. And I'm bent over in the bog in the cubicle while Dave's right on my back, pedigree bum. So imagine somebody booting the door in, I'm bent over with a toy puppy strapped to my knob, and Dave's holding me like that with a pen in his... Oh, fucking hell. So we've walked up. It was like, you feel a bit on top sometimes, you know what I mean? So we've walked up to our seats, we're about 8 rows up, and there was hardly any security where it needed to get on. And there's 2 women here, 2 our women, but I need to be near the aisle seat, do you know what I mean, so I can get off. So I said to Dave, sat here, I'm here, it's 2 women. I said, I'm going to have to fucking try and sort this. Excuse me, love. I said, I'm just going to say, I suffer from claustrophobia. Do you mind if we swap seats so I can be on the aisle? Because I'll start worrying because I need to be able to run away or something. Oh, of course, no problem, yeah. So we've swapped seats, so Dave's on the end here, I'm here. But I didn't have my rip-offs. Took my coat off, I got over my leg. Show's going on. So underneath my coat, I'm underneath my kecks. Just getting them ready, kind of. And the woman next to me, she went, nudged me, she went, I'm under me, it looks like I'm having a tug. Looking at the dogs, because I'm trying to undo me kecks. There's our woman, I've swapped seats with her. All you can see is my hands doing that underneath my coat.
Looking at the dogs.
I'm trying to get my kecks undone. So in the end of that, I looked at Dave and went, fucking I'm going, fucking kids off. Jumped on, ran round, it was red nose there, made a couple of good red nose on, to a puppy, ran round and all that. And something on the microphone, oh, what are you doing? Get out of here. So the security walked us to the train to make sure we got off from Crufts. So it goes back again a couple of years later with me mate Gary. But I had a bad feeling, I don't know what it was, 20 fucking Crufts, like, I had a bad feeling. And I've already, best of breed this was, it's in an arena in the stadium, the NEC. I don't know, I didn't say nothing to Gary, like, I was like, fuck. And I already sussed how I can get in, because the security, we only had tickets for the outer ring. To get into the inner ring, the security up the thing, I had thought, there's people going up in wheelchairs and this, that and the other. I thought, I'll just walk up behind the wheelchair and I'll just walk in with them. And afterwards, I said to Gary, don't fancy this, please. I said, I can't not find a way to get on. And he went, no, yeah, look over there, where I'd trust. And he went, I thought, fuck. I said, oh, yeah. I didn't want to say to him, I wasn't bottling it, but just fucking for some feeling. So in the end, I went, fuck it, lad. So next thing, was gone straight through behind, gone on. Ran up past security, jumped over it, my kit off. I had a cat over me knob and a cat's tail hanging at my ass. I started legging it, and next thing security come at me straight away. And they fucking grabbed hold of me, ran me through the stadium, took me into a utility room and done me in. Tortured me, lad. For 15 minutes, yeah, 2 of them. Yeah. 2 of them proper. I was fucked at the end of it. Like, eventually when the police come, I collapsed. I was gone.
Why were they so pissed off with you?
They were beat.
Yeah.
Security in a lot of stadiums, especially Old Trafford as well. Old Trafford security is really bad. They treat their own supporters badly, do you know what I mean? They give them a dig. But this is a dog show, man, in Birmingham, do you know what I mean? And these 2 guys were like that. Took me in a room and just systematically fucking done me in constantly while all the doors were open. And all the suits, the organisers were all there watching, and I'm going, please tell them to stop. Please, just tell them to stop. Call the police, get them to stop. 15 minutes, just stood there and watched.
And I would have thought, again, just my preconceptions, that like if you got nicked in China doing it, it'd be that kind of treatment. Never mind the bloody NEC in Birmingham.
Well, the Hong Kong, the Chinese Olympics, they had the big Bird's Nest Stadium, didn't they? Well, I wanted to do it because it was a bird's nest, and the plan was get right in the middle of the bird's nest with hard-boiled egg between my arse cheeks and fucking lay it right in the middle of the bird's nest in fucking Beijing. That was the plan. But I left it too late to get me visa, and the only thing that was left on was equestrian in Hong Kong. I thought, well, the last time I was in Hong Kong, I got kicked out. I tried to do the handover in '97, and he fucking threw me out the fucking country. So I thought, fucking, can I get in? Let me in, goes the equestrian. fucking did clear 2 fences and a water jumper.
Open ditch.
Well, it wasn't that. I did a somersault over that, actually, that. Yeah. And I beat that. I thought I was going to get deported. As soon as the security got hold of me, Chinese security, you confused them. You've got to confuse them, do you know what I mean? I was like, oh no, listen, sorry, just having fun. No. So before the busies come, fucking put my clothes back on and all that. So by the time the busies come, I was dressed. Why? I'm sorry, I was just got excited. I like horses. Do you know what I mean? All that. So he said, yeah, give the passport to security. It's okay, it's my passport. Okay, we'll let security decide. And the coppers got off. So he said, you know we have to make you leave the stadium now. I thought I'm going to get deported, lad. Well, it's happy days, okay. Oh, I love the horses, you stopped me seeing the horses. Out. Thank you very much,
That was it?
Yeah, gone, man. Yeah.
It's that, wow. The list of the events that you've done now, obviously you've already mentioned the Super Bowl, which I think's how you even got in there is another story.
It's nuts.
What's the list of events that you've done that people will know? Obviously you've done
Liverpool, the first ones I did here, Merseyside derby at Goodison. And not so long after that I did Liverpool-Arsenal at Anfield. Did press-ups on the penalty spot in front of David Seaman. The copper even took me on a walk of honour in front of all the Arsenal fans as he was taking me off, lad. Where do you start? Wimbledon, twice, men's final. Anna Korakova double match. UEFA Cup final, twice. Sweden and Seville. Champions League final in Seville, again, scored a goal, Champions League final, getting legged by 6 coppers.
Slaughtered it.
Well, walking straight in, the goalie went for it. The goalie's name was Yang Hord Butt. I'll have some of this. My butt against yours. It was Real Madrid versus Leverkusen.
Leverkusen, yeah.
Yeah. Oh. And when I've gone on with a Tam O'Shanter, it was mad. Each story's got its own thing. You know,
I feel like we could go through every story, but we'd be about 10 hours.
Oh, we'll have to all night.
If you don't mind, keep naming the things then. So like,
right, I did the London Marathon, come second. Well, I did the last 100 metres behind the winner, in front of Buckingham Palace. And he tried to stop me crossing the line. And the copper went, "What are you stopping?" I was painted green from the neck down with a big fucking flower on my head. It's the first time Flora had sponsored the marathon. So I went as a daffodil, but I've jumped over Bollocho, painted green. The copper thought I was one of the fun runners with a bodysuit on. Because I went, no, look at him. And the copper went, fucking hell, get in the car. Done the bull run in Spain.
Okay, now.
I think I've seen that. That's fucking dangerous, that.
Oh, man, I got killed nearly twice. Yeah, that's
they take that very, very seriously as well, don't they, the Spanish people?
Well, the first time I did Pamplona, and that was, I didn't understand it properly, do you know what I mean? I'm at the first part of the run, because like there's 3 parts, where all the runners jump on fences and the other set of runners take over. And I'm at the first part looking, and everyone's jumping up and down. I thought, what's everyone jumping up? Because they're fucking looking for the bulls. Yeah. And before I know it, the bulls are there, they're fast as fuck. Next thing I go, fucking hell. There's a bull, so next thing the bulls have ran, I've gone, the adrenaline, because they're fucking huge.
It's proper fight or flight.
You fucking finish.
And so when they all ran off to the second part, I was like, fucking hell. So I did the David Beckham game in the Bernabeu. His debut. He's called Golden Balls, isn't he? Well, I've jumped on that. With a Scouser's wig on. Pair of golden balls that big tied around my cock with disco lights on them. On my chest, I'm the real golden balls. And that's when I've ran 100 for kick-off second half. That's when Ronaldo passed me the ball. I'm getting leg. I said, "I'm not trying to kick him out. You're not ready. I'm getting leg, do you?"
I know Beckham shit, but I can't.
They took me off and put me in because they're all night games. Put me in this bloody police cell room. There's no lights and no windows. I'm going off like a fucking Christmas tree. I'm turning them off. Took me about 20 minutes to turn all my discos off, lad. So after that, I'm speaking to a Spanish reporter. He said, "Mark, bull run in San Sebastian, 2 days, you come." I said, "Go ahead." "Well, I'm on one, aren't I?" So go ahead. So I thought, I don't want to do the first part because it was the bulls come so quick.
Yeah.
I'll do the second part. Fucking soft twat. Stood in the middle of the street where all the others were waiting, and everyone's on the fences next to a wall watching, what have you. And my mate's videoing it. So next thing, the fucking balls are coming on, fucking hell, so I'm fucking legging it. Next to the balls, I'm like, fucking hell, and next thing they've gone. And all the crowd have run, so I'm stood in the middle of the street on my own, going, it's like you feel it, your hair standing up.
Yeah.
Like, fucking hell, I'm looking at the balls going, oh, fuck. And some Spanish fella on the fence went, Senor, amigo, quick. I said, no, yeah, fuck. He said, no, amigo, quick. Turned round, there's a lone bull, and they're the worst.
Oh yeah.
If he hadn't shouted me to climb up on the fence, they're the ones that kill you. A lone bull, because they're away from the herd, you know what I mean? I'd have been dead, like. So I owed that Spanish fella my life. Yeah. So I went back and did it again.
Yeah, not to be deterred. Yeah.
You know when things are like, starting off, how often are you kind of picking events? I mean, I know when you done your first couple in Hong Kong, it was like the next day type thing, a couple of days later, but when you were in full flow of it, is it kind of once a week, once a month, once a year? I mean, how often are you just thinking, right, that'll be fun?
Yeah, because it must take some planning.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
plan every one, do you know what I mean? After I'd done it, so first, God knows how many, I made a bucket list of all the ones that I wanted to do, and there was, I don't know, about 20 or whatever, all big events, and I just started taking them all off, going, but a lot of them were here in the UK, and as I'm ticking them off, I thought, I won't be able to do that one. I'll never be able to do that one. But they're on my list. And then after I did Wimbledon, the final, the Yanks love it. So it made news all over America and all. Wimbledon. You did Wimbledon, man. It's called Wimbledon, mate. So it made news. The next thing I get an email from someone, seeing what you do. Would you have our name put on your chest? Go do events around the world.
Well, like a sponsor?
Yeah. Oh. Are you serious? He said, yeah, you pick any event in the world that you want and we'll put our name on your chest. We'll fly you there. So now I've just gone, boof. All the things that I thought about, and I've opened the sports book of all different events around the world. These are now achievable. So the first one I did for them, because a couple of months later, was the UEFA Cup final in Seville. Because that's the first biggest event I can find right now. It's okay, man, okay. They flew an artist from Canada to Seville to henna me up. Took fucking hours doing all the henna, all of my body. It was on there for days and days. But the thing was, I was on a football ban at the time. But because it was Celtic, the Scottish law doesn't...
transfer.
It's not the same in the UK and in England, is it? Do you know what I mean? So I rang the cop and said, listen, I'm going on a stag do. They've sent me a football ban note. I've got to have my passport in and stand on a police station football game. Done 12 years of that. I said, I'm going on a stag do. Just to, I told him it was Malaga. Got a stag do to Malaga. And I said, hey, this is Scottish football, doesn't he? He said, no, you're on a banning order. You've got to apply. So I did, just fucking booked some shitty cheap room in Malaga for like 4 days, booked a flight. So I was on the police station, showed me, he said, okay, we'll give you the buy. So happy days, lads. We flew to Malaga, hired a car, drove to Seville. Goes the game, and I know the lads who do the tickets and what have you. So I'm outside it, so I got all partied up and fucking ready, all painted up. So I rang my mates, he said, listen, Mark, I'm in the stadium. So it's okay, I said, I'm on my way, lad. So when you get outside the stadium in Seville, there's the barriers with all the coppers. I said, Senor, my friend down there with tickets. No, you told me ticket or no pass. I said, Senor, I'm from Liverpool. I've come all the way to watch the game. There's the stadium. My friend is down there with tickets. No. So mate, when you're joking, aren't you? I've gone all the way there. And this is the first time I'd had a sponsor's name on my chest. Pressure. So I'm on the copper's case all the time. Senor, no. Fucking hell. So half time comes. I'm only going to go on just before the kick off second half. Otherwise, I'm not going on. It's over. So half time's come and said, Senor, I kept on at you. Went, go. So I've ran all the way down to the thing. You rang me, mate. He said, Mark, I'll be out in 2 minutes. Now there's like 5 minutes left before kick off second half. He comes, run out the gates with, where's my ticket? He said, I haven't got a ticket. He said, put that on. It's a UEFA bib. So put a UEFA bib on me. He's got one on. He put one on me, mate. He said, now when we go to the turnstile, act as though you own the place. So go ahead. So we've jumped the turnstile, the three of us, and there's 2 rows of coppers. Coppers just opened up. Where are you, UEFA? Coppers, it's all open up, and my mate went, go! So I've legged it. As I got to the balcony, I'm on the first fucking tier. And the team's coming out on the pitch, and I went, fuck! Hang and drop. So I've gone over. Oh, sorry. So I've hung from the first tier and dropped to the lower tier, but I'm dressed as a referee. I've got a referee's uniform on there, but the UEFA bib. So I've took the bib off as I've dropped, got to the bottom, walked to the gate with a copper on every gate. Senor, he went, no. I went, fuck, no time to argue, lad. Ran back up, put the bib back on, ran to the middle gate, so the copper's gone. And I grazie. Got to the running track around Civil Stadium, kicked my shoes off, took the bib off, ran to the middle of the pitch as a ref, just before the referee's blowing the whistle, pulled a red card out, showed it to the ref. I've watched the play back. The referee's gone to give me the whistle.
Really?
The referee's gone to give me the whistle. If I'd have stopped, but I'm on one, aren't I? I'm going, bang, bang, bang. I could have started the second half of the UEFA Cup final and sent everyone off.
You'd all gone.
But I was on one, so I went, ripped my clothes off, bollock naked. Henrik Larsson, about to kick off for Celtic. He shit himself like a big girl. So I'm off to the ball. I only want the ball, man. So before he even got in there, I thought, just try and get the ball, run through it. And the ideal scenario is get legged by loads of coppers. And as they jump you, boot it, score. Everything meant to fucking plan that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but the goalie saved it, that. The goalie saved it, man. Yeah. But I was shitting myself because everything I've seen anyone in Spain, any people on the pitch have got on or protest and whatever, they get battered.
Yeah.
They beat them with the battens, you know what I mean? So the coppers have walked me off. I thought, here we go, where's the beating, lad? So they took me in a room and sat me on this wooden bench, and I've tensed up. And bollock, tensed up, ready for the sticks. Next time I'm surrounded by all these coppers, I thought, oh, fucking hell, there's loads of these here, lad. And this copper, the sergeant comes in with a cap on, big fucking grey moustache. And this other copper says to me, you English? I said, yes, I'm English, yes. Why? I said, just want to make you laugh. Well, no problem, I'm sorry. So the Spanish copper's talking to me. He said, this is the year after the Wimbledon. He said, did you do Wimbledon? I said, yes. Next thing, the whole fucking coppers become animated. So they're laughing their heads off and they go, my boss says he's seen you Wimbledon. He says, very good. I went, thank you very much. So next thing I'm starting to laugh with all the coppers. Next thing gets serious. Copper says something to him. He says, my boss says, when you talk, will you please close your legs? I'm sat there, my balls are hanging over the sides of the bench there. He said, okay. He said, next time you come, you bring a woman to do same. We take you out. And just sucked me out and threw me out the stadium. That was
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, man.
I was thinking how daunting it must be in Spain, because they have like the police and then they have a guard, don't they? Like
guard,
there's two sets
The guard are the serious ones.
Yeah. If you get it, I was going to say, if you get into
I had them in the new camp.
Yeah.
I went to Barcelona. It was mad. But they're just like in riot gear. And they can proper do you in there.
Yeah.
But when I went to I had nude camp on my chest for this one.
It's simple.
And it was the El Clasico again, you know, Barcelona and Real Madrid. And I'm all ready to go, and I've clocked all security and all that. And my mate sat over there with the camera. I went, fucking hell, as long as they turn that way, I can bail over that defence. I'm on the pitch. If I get halfway across the pitch, fair enough. I'm 30 seconds, a minute before I'm about to go on. This fella standing in front of me with a big flag. So now I'm blind. I went, can you see? He said, no, I can't fucking see fuck all. So I'm trying to look under the flag and I can't see nothing. I thought, if they're still in the same position, I'll be able to go. So I've just gone blind. I've gone under the flag. They weren't in the same position. I've jumped over the gate. I've got about 3 paces on the pitch. Bang, the ball bailed me and all that carry on. Took me off badly, like marched me proper heavy into the bogs. So I've gone the bogs off. So I've gone all, give it all up and ready for the beats. It also doing is screaming at me in Spanish. And people coming having a piss. So next thing I said, no, in the end, they just kept me there for a couple of minutes, frog marched me to the gate and then get out. Turf me out, you know what I mean?
How many times is that? Or how many, if of you kind of being good to go, and it just doesn't happen, whether you get nicked or something happens. I mean, because I can just imagine it. Surely you can't have 100% success rate where if you're sitting there and it just doesn't happen for whatever reason.
Yeah, but there's been a few, to be fair. I've tried the Brits twice.
The Britain walk like on the stage.
The Brits, yeah. The first time, I'll go back. Miss World, right? Right.
because you got it, haven't you?
Got all sorted. I was gonna win. I got all sorted, and it was the first time it was shown on TV again. It was on Channel 5 for years. It's never been shown. What have you? So I was like that. So I was sitting in the house with my mum. And Miss World's on in 2 weeks' time. I went, fuck it, just on a whim, just picked up the phone. There's no mobiles then. Picked up the phone. I rang Channel 5 press office. Hi, my name's Mark Robbins, freelance journalist working out of Liverpool. I wonder if I can get accreditation for the Miss World pageant. Oh, hello, Mr. Robbins, yeah. Can you send me a fax, all your details, what you passed thing? I said, yeah, of course. Went over the road to the garage. Just wrote a load of shit, started on the Merseyside, went on the Echo. Made up all these lists of blag fucking jobs that I've had, FHM and this and the other. I said, no, I'm freelance. Got a phone call, an hour, 2 hours later. Hi, Miss Roberts. I said, you've been accredited for the Miss World pageant. Your press pass will be in the post in a few days. Just by picking up the phone, having a quick chat to them on a blag. I'm going to Miss World as a fucking reporter. My mum's sitting there going, you're on the bend, you. You're on the fucking bend. So next thing I waited and no press pass come. So I thought, shit. So I didn't want to ring them again. But like, it's only a couple of days now before Miss World. So I had to ring them and said, Channel 5, hello, yeah, Mark Robbins. I've got accreditation for Miss World. He said, oh, Mr. Robbins, yes, sorry, because there's so many people getting accreditation and you're freelance, well, I'm sorry, we had to give it to other people. So I told him the only true thing, I said, you're joking? I said, at the moment, I'm trying to look for employment and I've booked my own train and my own hotel out of my own pocket. So now I'm out of pocket. She went, oh, hang on a minute, sorry, we didn't understand. Come back. Right, go to gate E, your pass will be on the gate. Says my mum, I'm going Miss World. Gets the train to London on me jack, goes to gate E. I thought, I look like a reporter. So I've got a pair of fucking round glasses, I've got a pen in my fucking pocket and a notepad, like a knobhead, you know what I mean? I must be looking at cartoons or something. So I've walked in like that.
Looking at Inspector Morse.
I didn't look like a bad one. I did look like a proper knobhead. So I've gone in, I've got my rip-off kecks on and all that. So they'll give me a press pass. So next thing, I'm in the press room with all the journalists. But I don't want to speak to no one. Because if somebody starts asking me questions about whatever, I'm just doodling in my pad. You know, next thing the woman says, right, can you all please come down now to take you down. Took us down, and the first 8 or 9 rows were all sectioned off from the public for journalists. I'm in row 2 in front of the stage.
Wow.
After sitting there going, this is fucking mad, lad. This is nuts. Just have a quick phone call, did a load of shite. So I thought, everything had planned. What goes on for ages. I thought, I'll wait till the end. And the third place is, and the second place is, and the winner is, and there's a big throne, isn't there? Fuck off, I'm going to get on the throne, sit there. And Swan, didn't think I'd get this far. Miss World. I was going to sit on the throne. So I'm waiting all the way, and Westlife were on. I could have gone on any time I wanted. There's no one there. All I had to do was just a couple of steps, jump on stage, boof. So I'm waiting for my moment at the end. And then just the last commercial break before they announced the third, second and first. Side curtain opens up, side. Next thing about 30 security come out and just line the stage, shoulder to shoulder, the whole front of the stage. And I went, what's going on here, lad? So I said to this reporter next to me, I said, what's going on here, mate? He said, no, but they do this every year now. He said, in case anyone jumps on with a photo camera and takes a picture up close of the new Miss World. I went, you fucking have a
sat through this.
You fucking have. I could have gone on any single time I wanted, except the time I wanted to go. I know. Yeah, so that was a fail. And I tried again. It was the following year or 2 years later. It was on the Millennium Dome in London. The other one was in Earls Court. I thought, fuck, try it again. So I rang them. No, sorry, no, don't know if they're on to me or whatever, but they weren't giving me nothing. So I thought, I'll just have a go. So I got on my train, on my jack. I've got a black hold-all bag with my rip-offs in it. Silly enough, I've gone down in lightish coloured clothes. I don't know why, like, I just thought it'd look nice. So I've turned up at Greenwich. I've got off the tube, Greenwich. And like one side is a load of animal rights protesters. And this side is a whole load of coppers. So I got off the tube and I went, as I walked to the coppers, they went, no, sorry. I said, look, no, officer, I'm just going to pick up my tickets from the gate there. Oh, okay, coppers opened up, fucking walked to the gate, fuck off, you just walk straight in the dome, man. So now I'm walking in the dome, I'm in, Miss Wales on tonight. I thought, okay, I've got to find somewhere to hide. So I'm walking on the dome like that, and there's a fella selling hot dogs or whatever. Miss Wales here tonight? He said, yeah, Miss Wales here tonight. I went, bang on, so I've been walking around. There wasn't many people in. There's a generator in the corner. There was 4 big holes, one after under the other. I went, fuck it, no one's looking at me, lad. So I went like that, bang, threw me back in. I climbed in another hole and just got in the corner. I thought, to see me on CCTV, they'll come and get me anytime now. Stood there rigid for 2 hours.
Fucking hell.
In the corner of the generator like that. I thought, no one's on me, lad. I'm in. So next thing I fucking relaxed. Took me fucking clothes off, put me rip-offs on and all that. I thought, okay, I'll just fucking jump out and do it, but something's not right. Something's not right in my head. I can't hear any noise. So I've looked out. And I'm looking at my watch, like, it should be on now. I'm in the wrong end of the dome. Miss Wales, the other fucking end of the dome. I've been hiding in the fucking generator for hours. And I went, oh, for fuck's sake. But now I'm locked in, I've got to try and get out the Millennium Dome. I went, fuck this. As I looked, there's 2 young security walking past. So I had to jam me the door open to get out. So I just started walking behind them. The next thing, all the security come over, quick, everyone here, everyone here, everyone here. And they took us all to this main part. There's a bomb scare going on outside the car park. Yeah. I said, okay, so all the workers are in this side and there was a private tour going on, so they're on this side. Which side do I go on? Fuck it, I'll go with the private tour. So I stood with them, we all got tucked into this big conference room. So there's a suspicious car in the car park, we'll make everyone safe and this, that and the other. So okay, so as soon as I sat down, my kecks went,
oh my God.
So now my arse is hanging out. I'm sitting there going, you fuck. I've been hiding a generator for hours. Now my arse is hanging out in a bomb scare. I've gone, fucking hell. Next thing they've come round with a tray of champagne. I can't even get up. Thinking that's a champagne. Because my arse is hanging out. Excuse me. I just come over and went, fuck this. Got 2 glasses, put them down and said, excuse me. Well, fuck off. Took the bottle and said, sorry, my back. Okay, we have more champagne, don't worry. So I've got a fucking bottle of champagne, 2 glasses. So the next one come out and she went, tell this whole score and all that. So I went, fuck this, I'm going to try and get off. So I put my Velcro together like that, got up, holding them together. I once said, excuse me. I said, I shouldn't really be here. And she went, looks a bit that weird. I thought, fucking hell, why should you look at me like that, lad? So I got on the bog. There's a fucking bomb scare on. Because I'm in a generator, I've got black all over my face. My fucking hands are covered in fucking shit. I've got black all over. I didn't even realise because I was on one all the time. I went, fucking hell. Washed my face, washed my hands, fucking don't let me kecks up. Went back and sat in the room, drank the champagne after about an hour and a half, whatever. It's okay. Everything's clear now. Everyone's free to go. So I thought, fuck it, cheeky cunt. So excuse me French. So I said, listen, this has ruined my experience of the Millennium Dome. She said, well, if you give us your number, we'll send you some free tickets for a free tour of the Dome. I said, thank you. And he did. I've still got them in the house. I've got 3 tickets for the Millennium Dome. Yeah.
Mate, at what point, mate, do you like your friends and family? I mean, what do they think? I don't know if you've got a missus or kids or your mum or dad. I don't know. What are people thinking when you're like, there's Mark again?
Here he goes.
Yeah, well, it's like everyone thinks I'm round the bend, don't they? Do you know what I mean? I'm not round the bend, lad. I've got a good outlook on life, do you know what I mean? I love travelling, I love having a crack, and I love making people laugh more than anything else. So I've got 3 kids. I've been doing it since before my kids were born. Do you know what I mean? So like they've grown up with it, and now like my daughter did an interview. They're making a film now as well. Do you know what I mean? So America. She spoke to them and she said, yeah. She said, I didn't have to take it at first. Do you know what I mean? Because I did the school run every single day with the kids. And all the teachers like, fucking, I might have just done a big one the day before or something.
Superbowl.
I'm taking my kids to school, do you know what I mean, the next day. And I go to parents' evenings were a bit weird, like. How your kids doing? I'm sitting there talking to teachers, and the teachers look at me going, didn't know how to take me.
I was at Anfield the other night, and I swear you were with them running across the halfway.
But they all knew what it did.
Yeah.
But they didn't know how to take me. I'm a normal fella.
Yeah.
With a different outlook, not just an outlook, but I live a normal life, basically. Do you know what I mean? And so the teachers, a lot of people who don't know me, thinking, fucking weirdo. Or, what are you doing going around with your cock out?
Yeah.
And in all the years I've been doing it, which is nearly 30, I've only ever had 2 negative people come up to me. Everyone buzzes with me in the streets and what have you. And one was in town, and this fella come to me and you're a fucking nut, aggressively, like, you're a fucking knobhead, mate. I said, why is that? He said, you run around fucking getting your kits off in front of kids. I said, do in front of kids, mate. I said, when I'm on the pitch, I'm miles away from the kids. And by the time I get to I'm getting led off, I always cover my hand up. So no one's seeing, my kids know. So we ended up having a 10-15 minute chat. When we finished, he was hugging me. You got to go out on the ale, me and you, lad. I know, it's people need to have a chat with me, really, to understand, do you know what I mean? And I'm not doing any harm. The last thing I ever want to do is harm. Because the most important thing is try to make every single performance as good and as safe. Well, I would say safe, so everyone can enjoy it. So the plan I put into it, and not to be offensive in any way, and not to approach anybody, and it's just Benny Hill. Yeah, it's Benny Hill, mate. Do you know what I mean? And Monty Python.
I think it's probably like, I don't know, it's misinterpreted or whatever. But as you're saying, you're just coming across to make people laugh. It's coming from a good place. Yeah. But you know what I mean? Well, a lot of people, you can understand, guess why they would have a negative outlook on it. But then when you sit and talk to you, this chat has been hilarious. I've loved it, but it's like you have to sit down and understand why, don't you? Like, you're not doing it for like fame or whatever.
No, not at all, man. It went from one thing to another, and when I see loads of people laugh, when I come home from Hong Kong, that was it. It was my Hong Kong buzz. I had no intentions of doing it here back home, and I'm sitting home now. I had no work and all that, and I'm this, that, and the other. And I'm thinking, I was in a booze and the people were talking about the derbies on at the weekend. I thought, fucking derbies. And I started thinking, is anyone streaked in the UK? And I looked into it, not for decades. I thought, how will people take it? Do you know what I mean? And then before I'd done that, I went round all the boozes in Old Swan and other places, showing me pictures, said, listen, I'm going to streak the derby. I'm going to raise money for Old Day. So I went around all the boozes, made a few £100 for Old Day and that. And some fella come up to me and went, listen, lad, I'm going that game. You're raising money. If you don't get on, I'll fucking find you. I don't need that, man. My first one back home. I thought, fucking hell. So eventually goes the game. Got to tick off one of the lads outside. But I was up in the fucking top tier. I thought, how the fuck am I going to get down on the pitch here, man? But it was mad. As I'm walking round at half time, that fella comes to me, what the fuck are you doing up here, lad? You should be down the bottom there, lad. I'm going, fucking hell.
I'm trying.
All the people to bump into was him. I felt like crying. So I'm walking around thinking, at this time, I had no plan on when to go on. Just go on any time, do you know what I mean? Because I was doing a proper plan and what have you. So I found, checking on doors, and I found a door that was open that led me into the lower tier. So I've gone in the bog. I'm like, I'm shitting myself. Fucking hell. I went, fuck it. So I just went out. Game's on. There's 2 coppers top of the stairs watching the game. Coppers, the backs to me. I'm here, as close as we are. Kids off, fucking kids off. He said, excuse me, the coppers opened up. Well, fuck off. Right to the 2 coppers, down the stairs, on the pitch. Fuck off, legging it along the fucking side of the pitch. Game stops. Neville Southall went, what are you doing, you mad ass? I was like, oh, Nev, lad. Fucking tired, isn't it? Shook his hand and all that, got let off. All the crowd are going mad. Like on me back, I had, because Brian Clough, not long ago in his autobiography, had been talking about the supporters of Hillsborough.
Yeah, I remember.
Giving them down at Banks, mate.
Said, yeah.
So I had on me back, Brian Clough is an arrow put into my arse and an arsehole. So got took off and Busy's nicked me and what have you. Cops said, what are you fucking doing, mate? So I'm just having a crack like Brian Clough's a fucking knobhead, you know what I mean? He went, okay, we understand that. I said, but it's a bit different way to show it, isn't it? Well,
Could have shouted.
You wouldn't have heard me if I'd have shouted from the stands. Yeah.
When you do something as big as the Superbowl, like, because for me, the security that must be around the Super Bowl, it's, as they call it, the greatest show on turf, isn't it? The biggest, you know.
On where? On turf?
On turf.
It
was on turf.
They do say it's the greatest show, don't they?
Yeah, but it's like how, you know, infiltrating that basically must be so difficult.
Well, it was mad, lah. I tried in 2003, went to San Diego, and I rang it out in New York. Listen, it was Super Bowl, yeah, $500, man. So, okay, sound. So me and a load of lads went over there. They're going for a holiday. I'm going just to street to Super Bowl. So we've landed in San Diego, rang it out, $5,000, man. Gold dust, man, 5 G's, man. I went, you joking? We agreed $500. He's listening to gold dust, man. I said, we haven't got $5,000 between us. I said, I'm with my friends, I've come all the way here. He said, listen, man, no worries. So I rang one of the lads. He went, just get outside the stadium. There'll be lads outside selling tickets. Got lads, scousers, like, fucking everywhere.
Were you outside the Super Bowl?
Yeah. Filling you.
No wonder you fucking got in Wimbledon and all these places, just rogue scousers.
Oh, they're not rogues, they're just
legends.
Top men now, yeah. So I said, okay, sound. So to go to San Diego, the game, you get on a tram, and I've only gone with one of the lads. The others are all partying, do you know what I mean? Only on holiday. So I've pulled up outside the stadium, and as you pull up, the doors open. There's a copper outside every door as the doors open. Hey, show me your ticket, man. I said, afternoon officer. I said, my friend is over there, gate E, with my ticket. Don't get off the train, man, if you don't show me your ticket. I said, no, officer, I've just come from Liverpool in England. My friend is over there with my ticket. No, man, you don't get off the train, you don't show me your ticket. So I started saying, sir, I'm dead polite to him all the time. I said, sir, my friend is waiting for me. And he said, you argue with me one more time, I'm going to arrest you, man. There's the stadium. I've come all the way from Liverpool, the stadium, and a couple won't let me get off the train to go over there. Actually, I had to watch the doors close and the train go back. I went, what's going on here, lad? Rang my mate, he said, listen, it's the same, two of the other lads have been stopped. I went, fuck. So next thing now, my head's chocker. Come all this way. So I said, fuck it. We went to this, could have gone to any bar, anywhere in San Diego. I said, let's go by the beach for the Pacific last. We found this bar on the corner. Right up, getting pissed and what have you, and something there. I'm at the bar going, fucking hell, man. Head's chocker, lad. And there's 3 fellas sat on the corner of the bar there. And I go, did you come for the game, man? I just couldn't be asked, do you know what I mean? I said, yeah, couldn't get a ticket, yeah. I said, what do you mean, you're from England? I said, I'm from Liverpool, yeah. Couldn't get a ticket. He said, you come all the way from the UK, you didn't have a ticket? I said, yeah. I thought, you know what, fuck it. I said, yeah, I was going to streak it. What are you talking about, you're going to streak it, man? I said, yeah, I was going to streak it. What do you mean, streak it? I did Wimbledon the year before. This is 2003. The guy did Wimbledon, man. Yeah. Oh, man, really? Is that you, man? I went, yeah. These 3 guys. Any bar, anywhere in San Diego. The editor-in-chief of ESPN. The top writer and top producer. Sitting next to me. Could have got any bar. You're joking, man. Come over here and come have a beer, man. So join the company and what have you. They're all getting pissed. Started chatting with them. Like, tell me some stories, man. So I started real off. So the next thing, they're buzzing to bits. And the writer turned around and said, listen, we've got to catch the flight back to New York. And editor-in-chief, Neil Scarborough, no, I'll catch a later flight. I'm going to stay here and speak to Mark. I want to hear some more stories, man. So as they got off, Wayne Drace, the writer, said, listen, we're going to do a piece on you in the ESPN. I said, yeah, whatever, go ahead. I got pissed with Neil Scarborough. And he goes, listen, we're going to do a massive piece. We'll be in touch in a few days. So he gets off. I said to my mates, where's he gone? He's in the car park, in the car. I said, what, go and have a look. He's on his phone, laughing his head off on the boat. Me and him got pissed. He's fucking driving his car. The Yanks, isn't he? I went, fuck it, kits off, bollock naked. Ran to the car, packed up his car and went, don't forget. Just carried on running, ran by the car park, kits on, picked up my beer, and he drove past me in the car, laughing his tits off. Next thing, ESPN. Massive, that.
Big article, yeah.
Wow.
Huge on the front page of their website, huge thing. And from that, HBO, because they're all in conjunction, trying to look to each other, HBO got in touch. So listen, we've seen what you've been doing. Do you mind if we come over and do a profile on you? I said, yeah, go ahead. Spent 3 days with HBO. We bumped into Goodison. bunked in because they said, oh, HBO, oh yeah, can walk in. So, not so much bunk, but no real passes or nothing. So walking in Goodison, he said, when you go on the pitch, bollock, I said, fucking right, well, yeah. I'm in the middle of the pitch at Goodison, right? There's no one in the stadium at all. They're all on the outskirts, security and the people who work there. I'm bollock naked, right, getting interviewed by this Oscar winner from HBO while I'm holding the football in front of me car, right, along the pitch. Just walking on the pitch, and we're just talking casually, and the fella's walking backwards with the TV camera. Yes, it sounds, yeah. Wow. And next thing, we're on the pitch for about 40 minutes, bollock naked. No one there, no one said, Dickie Bird, nothing. So that goes out to HBO. The only time my mum did an interview ever before she went. I mean, everyone loved me mum. Yeah, and he said to her, what's his name? Bernie Goldstein. Did you drop him? There's something wrong with him in the head.
Did you drop him? And
we're on this big suite, and they booked a suite in town with all the cameras and the VT and all that rest of it. I'm at the back, going to be dead quiet. All the lights, and him and my mum were in the middle of the room. She went, yeah, they did. I dropped him on his head when he was a baby. And I'm at the back going, he said, you're joking. She goes, no, I did. I dropped him on his head when he was a baby. I think that's why he's got a screw loose. I'm going, mother, what the fuck are you saying?
Yeah, you're ruining it all.
And that's what he said to me when I'm doing my interview. He said to me, okay, you tried the Super Bowl. He said, you going next year? I said, no, because I had no intentions. So that's Texas. He said, it's different law in Texas.
Yeah.
It's heavy. He said, no, he said, hold up your right hand and swear under oath. I said, I swear. He said, that's your left hand. Sorry, I'm dyslexic.
I swear.
Yeah, but after that, I started planning the Super Bowl then, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It took nearly a whole year to plan this. People actually went to the stadium, the Houston, Reliance Stadium in Houston, at a normal game to take pictures for me of security and what have you. And it was a half-empty stadium, just a normal game. The security was immense, huge. I thought, fucking hell, what's going to make the Super Bowl? I thought, well, I can't get from my seat to the middle of the pitch. Fucking hell, I'll go to the NFL. So I want to try and be an American football referee. I'm trying to start an American football team in the UK. Can't get any uniforms. Sent me 2. The NFL sent me 2 uniforms. Like, I said, thank you very fucking much.
What, like referee uniform?
Referee uniform, black and white. God. Yeah. So I'm on a blag, you don't know until you have a go, do you know what I mean? Next time I went, fucking hell, so I've got a uniform. I took it to the woman who does me Velcro clothes together. She's what do you do now? I went, here's a referee's uniform for you. I said, sew the top to the bottoms, but take all the legs apart and down the back at the top, right down the middle, and then into the legs. So it's okay. So come back in 2 days. Went back 2 days later. Give me the uniform 1 in 1. Goes home. Tries it on. So there we go. In one go, lad. Lots. I went, fuck it out. They get me. And the sponsor got in touch with me a little while before and said, listen, man, we've got tickets for the biggest thing in America for you. After I'd already done the football game in Spain and one other, and both successfully. I said, what is it? He said, we've got 2 tickets for the Oscars, man. We've got tickets for the Oscars. Go and streak the Oscars. I said, no. I said, it's not the biggest thing in America. He said, what are you talking about? I said, the Super Bowl's the biggest thing in America. He said, you're talking about the Super Bowl, man? I said, he said, yeah. He said, you can't do it. I said, why not? He says, it's never been done. Can't be done. He says, that's fucking right. Get me a ticket. Right? He went, you serious, man? The Super Bowl? I went, fucking yeah. So that's when I got the uniform and all that. Got the tickets. And then the mind starts thinking. Got it all planned. I've seen the pictures and this, that and the other. Looked at the stadium and online and this, that and the other. So next thing I start worrying. Shit, Texas. What's going to happen like that? But not after. I'm only thinking about want to go on. Okay, the size of them. One can clothesline me, flatten me like, might break me neck. Not long after 9/11, there's going to be snipers on the roofs. Yeah. Like. This is gospel truth, man. I thought, if I get on and someone takes a shot at me, they're not going to shoot to kill, they'll shoot to maim. And I took gospel truth and I took a fucking one to the leg like that.
Just to do it?
To do the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So I had all this going through my head. And then I thought, my worst fear of claustrophobia. I thought, if they knock me to the floor and they all jump on me, do a parley on, I wouldn't have got through that.
Yeah.
I was fucking shitting myself, and then I started worrying that much. I thought to myself, if I worry anymore, I won't go. So I had to put it all to the back of my head. And then the day when I'm going to leave, hug me kids to bits, man. I didn't know what was going to happen to them. I was going to see them again, and I was crying my eyes out there. And then as soon as I got on the plane, put it all to the back of your head, get to Texas, but one of my mates, and he normally my mates' videos with allowed cameras, so we didn't know at the time, like, so he's going, doesn't make it, he's just going for the happy. So I said to him, if the chance comes when I can't get on, security's in my way, will you walk down there and drop your phone and go to climb down the wall? So they come at you, so I've got a clear line to run on. He went, fucking right, I said, I want to get nicked with you. I said, no, I don't want you to get nicked. I said, just so I can get a clear line. He went, go ahead, yeah, sound. So he goes to the stadium, fucking hell, mate. I've got my own clothes on over my referee's uniform, and it's all Velcro, so I've got 2 sets of Velcro on. Mix in the next queue here. So he goes through first, and they do a proper frisk on him, up and down his legs and down his back. I thought, I'm not even going to get in. So he's gone through, he went, not even get in. Whatever. Goes to security, all right, mate, yeah, it's arms out, frisked me, he's gone up and down me inside of my legs. He said, what's that, man? First thing I could think of, I said, I've got a skin disorder. I need to be able to get to my skin to put the cream on. He went, oh, okay, man. So he lifted me top off, got a black and white referee's uniform. He said, what's that, man? I said, my lucky referee's uniform, I wear it to every game. He went, okay, man, in you go.
Fucking shaft.
Fucking yank slide on the bend. That'd have been a scouser. That'd have been in a headlock and everything, you know what I mean? So I've gone in, said to Mick, fucking hell. So I walk in the stadium, first thing I look at is the police. So I got top of the stairs, looked around. It was ridiculous, mate.
Yeah.
It was just immense. Mick went, there's no way you're going to get on there. But I had a feeling there. I had a bad feeling about fucking Crufts. I had a good feeling about the Superbowl. So I said, let's go walk down to our seats. And every time I'm in a crowd, I've got to look. I've got to join in with everyone else. Everyone's cheering, just join in, be part of the crowd. You don't look out of order. Front row seats on the 50-yard line. Best seats in the house, they got us. So like that, hey! And police security. There's this one right on my line, like. Stood there like a fucking rock. Right around, go, hey! I said, Mick, have you seen him? Look at him. Yeah, I can see him. I said, if he doesn't move, like, go down there with your phone at the time. Yeah, of course. Next thing we watch the game, it goes on for hours, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Commercials and what have you. And all the cheerleaders, we're having a crack with them, what have you. Half time comes, on the back, I said, Mick, I'm at the back going, I'm in a corner on my own going, fuck it, my fucking heart's going like that, my stomach's going nuts, my head's going round the bend. Then I go, calm down, just walk back normal and just be another punter. I've walked down, but I didn't know Janet Jackson got a tit out at the half-time show.
Yeah, the half-time show.
Yeah, that was that
Justin
one,
Timberlake, wasn't it?
Yeah, but I didn't know. I was at the back going, fucking hell, going on in a minute. So we walked down, that fucking fella still stood there. He'd been stood rigid for hours. He didn't even go for a piss or nothing. And the next thing, the half-time show's going off, the teams are coming back on the pitch, and I'm only going to do, just before kick-off second half, put the ball on the line and said, Mick, go and drop your phone. As soon as they said it, he walked off his mark. He's been stood there rigid for hours, walked off his mark to go and speak to somebody else. I said, Mick, get off, I'm going. Fuck off, kids up. I've had a backwards cap on all day. Turn around to referee's cap. Now I'm a ref. Drop down the wall about 15 foot. Now I'm a referee, lad, I'm going quick. All the people around the stadium, around the pitch. Excuse me, man, everyone just moved away. Fuck off, right into the middle of the pitch. Just as I was about to go run for the ball, I went, whoa! Go, fuck, what's up, ref, man? I went, fuck all. Started dancing, right? Fucking started dancing around the fucking ball. All the crowd are going nuts, all the players are going, what's the fucking referee doing there? The referee's gone round the bend. So I'm fucking dancing, thinking, fucking hell, what's going on? No one's fucking coming at me. I'm looking at all the police are going, what's happening? Total confusion.
Yeah.
I was on there for nearly a whole minute doing all these mad moves.
Sheep in wolf clothes.
I'm like, sheep in fucking ref clothing. Yeah, but the crowds are going nuts. I thought, after a minute, next thing, all the police come from everywhere, like, come out then. As I've took off, crowd are going, they went from that to that with the chase, you know what I mean? Next thing, I'm fucking legging it. One American footballer banged me to the floor, like, it looked like it hurt, it was nothing. You know what I mean? Next thing, 12, whatever coppers on me, getting handcuffed, face pushed in the grass, and all I could think of was just on the fucking Superbowl. I was done the bowl.
At what point, mate, when you know, like sponsors are getting involved and stuff like that? I mean, how do you know how much to kind of like charge and stuff like that? I mean, what
I don't charge. No, the thing about sponsors is they give me an open tab on expenses and what have you. Do you know what I mean? So I just take the fucking piss like that. After the Super Bowl, they got me the best lawyer in Texas, the #1 lawyer, and #6 in the whole of America. And I didn't know. I just thought you give me a phone number. I thought some too big fucking jockey lawyer. So next thing, goes to jail, comes out the next jail, and fucking got me out. It goes nuts, mate. Proper nuts. Where the Yanks are, do you know what I mean? But they loved it. Got flown to fucking Los Angeles first class and all that. Went on the Tom Arnold show. All these American... I'm a tall lad. I'm on a fucking stage with these fellas like that. Tom Arnold, teach me how you dance then. I'm just making it up, lad. Fucking to dance, you know what I mean? Just fucking giving all... He said, should I take my pants off? And I was like, go ahead. he wouldn't do it, lad, do you know what I mean? But the sponsors got me this hotel, Century Plaza in Century City. When I got there, they said, this is where the president stays. Do you know, when the president comes to Los Angeles, this is the hotel. Because I walked in and said to Mick, fucking hell, look at this gaff. So next thing, after a couple of days, the show only put up for 2 days, the sponsors said, listen, where are you? I said, Century Plaza. He went, all right, well, we're going to keep you there for a week. It's okay, so I'm going to do PR and try and get all this stuff sorted, this, that and the other. Go ahead. So I went back to the desk, because Tom Arnold's bed and breakfast. So when the sponsor booked us, he said, no, it's an open tab. I said to me, come here, let's go to shop, lad. Go ahead, lad. He's got a kids and all that, so said, get all these for your kids, and I'll get all these for my kids, and get something for yourself, and get this and this. Run out of ciggies, fucking buy 200 Marlboro Lights, give the fucking fella 50 quid for yourself, put it in my room, like, $50 for yourself, lad. So we've been out, and the next thing, I got invited to Rock the Vote Awards in the Hollywood Palladium, the red carpet, lad. So the stretch limo picks us up, sort of champagne in the back and all that, and at the end of the red carpet, it's like they get all the big acts in America and getting the kids to vote. It's like all the fucking top bands and everything in the world. And so as we get to the end of the red carpet, it's like a metal detector thing. As we got there, the guy was supposed to be taking me, and he went, shit, man, we've got the wrong bands on, man. It's a blue band. We need a red band to go on the red carpet. I went, follow me.
Done this before.
No, I've never done it before, but I'm on one, aren't I? Do you know what I mean? I'm in America after the Super Bowl. So goes a fellow with a clipboard today. My name is Mark Roberts. So he can't see your name on here. He said, who are you, sir? I said, I streaked the Super Bowl. He said, oh, that was you, man. In you go, sir. I said, these are with me. So I'm taking them in. They're supposed to be getting me in under a cab like that. Oh, mad, you know what I mean? So he goes in. I've got 2 PR following me everywhere to go. So next I'm walking around, and I was sick of them. I wouldn't go for the piss. Someone would have to come to the bog with me for the fucking piss. I went, fuck this. So I fucking dodged them, man. I fucking got off on me jack and all that. I had a crack with other people. Next thing he caught up with me. So as I'm walking through, this guy comes to me, like, you're the man, it's the bowl, man. I said, yeah. He said, do you want to come to a party in a couple of days? I said, yes, I'll come ahead. And he went, oh, the PR. Who are you? He said, I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to the man. I said, yeah, he's talking to the man, going, fuck off. He said, it's Diddy's, man. Puff Daddy's. I said, serious? I said, yeah, come to the party in 2 days. Oh, fucking go ahead. Next to the PR's like, oh, yeah. Go, fucking do one. So next thing, Demo picks us up 2 days later. But the day before, I'm going in with one of the sponsors fellas. Little prick, he went, when we go in here, everyone's going to be there. Don't make an idiot out of me. You cheeky twat. I'm taking you to Puff Daddy's party, and you're telling me not to make an idiot out of you, you little knobhead. So I jibbed him. So he said, I spoke to one of the fellow on the phone. He said, "Go, it's music industry. Go and get some music. Think funky, man. Go and get some new funky clothes, man." I went, "Go ahead." So walks around, well, this big department store. So I'm going to Puff Daddy's party, something like that. Funky clothes, please. So I got a pair of Rockaway jeans on, brand new white trainers. Jay-Z's record label, can't remember what it's called, got that one on. And then a big white puffer coat. I saw as I was walking out with a big one of the American football teams on the back and a baseball cap. I said to the woman, I said, do you look funky? He said, oh, you're funky, man. Music, funky, man. I went, that'll do. Walked out, goes to the hotel, bang. Next day, sits the milk, comes, picks us up, gets in the back of it, and fellas, what are you, fella, what are you doing? I said, oh, you said music, think funky. He went, man, that's not music, funky, man. That's fucking is to me. Goes into the party, black tie do.
Oh,
I'm like, Mr. Marshmallow, man, I'm the elephant in the fucking room, mate, to tell you. I walked in and I went, shit. Cloakroom, took me coats off, put it in a cloakroom at the bar, pint of beer, please, $12. I said, what? $12? Puff Daddy's party? Is it $12? Said to the knobhead, I went in, brought him with me, say, I get that. It's $12. So I'm sat off, having this beer. I'm looking, it's only a small club, and Puff Daddy sitting on a couch in the middle of the room. Naomi Campbell and there's Tyra Banks and a couple of others. It was nothing special, basically, do you know what I mean, to be fair. I'm sat there having a pint, and just looking around and everything. It's all the boys from the hood, you know, sitting around, stood around and all that. I thought, this is shit.
Oh, God.
I'd sooner be on Kenny, having a bevy with me mates over in the Swans, you know what I mean? I'm having a pint. Oh, it was shit, like. So, and nobody could take pictures. Nobody could take photographs or nothing. So I thought, I'm having a pint. I'm going to have one more bevy, like, I'm going to get off. So I'm halfway down my bevy, need a piss. Goes to the box, I'm having a piss, like. Just stood there next to this fella walks in, he was fucking like that. Fucking hell. Walks past me to bodyguard, Stevie Wonder. Stevie Wonder walks past me, goes in the cubicle next to me and starts having a piss. I'm thinking, what's me fucking shoes there?
Fucking crazy.
Yeah. So I had a piss next to Stevie Wonder. I went outside, necked me pints, and I'm going. Like,
yeah, it doesn't get any better than that. That's it, yeah. Oh, mate, honestly.
Yeah, it was fucking great. Yeah.
Fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
You know, when you're back in the UK, obviously you've done a few in the UK, the Fred the Weatherman story.
Yeah.
And I saw it when you go on YouTube of yours. What's that programme? It's Philip Schofield in here this morning.
Oh, this morning, yeah.
And you fart.
Oh, I had a fart machine in me.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
I was gonna,
because every time I've been on it a couple of times on this morning, like Eamon Home, he's proper knobhead.
Is he? Why?
Yeah. The first time I was on the couch getting interviewed, it was a commercial break, and during the commercial break, you go and sit you down ready for you to get interviewed live. So I'll be at the bottom of the telly screen all the way through, so the streak is going to be on later and all. If you have any comments or texts or email us, whatever. So I've sat down and Eamon Holmes is there. I said, what you think then? What do you reckon? He went, well, I'll tell you what, we've never had one negative comment, email or text. I said, what do you think? He said, well, don't really like it. Don't really like you, to be fair. And I went, 3, 2, 1, live. So that's the last thing he said to me. I went, he goes, well, we've got Mark Robertson. Hang on, Eamon. Before you start, right, you could never streak, could you? He said, why is that? I said, you're too fat. And he went, so that set off the tone of the thing. You know. He said, how'd you get abroad to do all these streaks as a hitchhike on a motor on the runway? So I'm just taking a piss. And he asked me, I'm just taking a piss out of him. He said, what do you think kids think about it? I said, they don't mind me streaking, but they ate this. Took on a wig and his mad nose and put a fucking nose on a fucking wig and started talking fucking daft to him. He went, fucking hell, all the crew were laughing. And he's going, okay, think of this the end of the interview. I went, fuck off. So next thing he invited me back to Philip Schofield, mystery guest. Who is this man? I can only answer yes and no.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, but I can only answer yes and no. But every time I want to go on telly, when I first started going on telly, like, I fucking shit myself. First time, fucking many years ago, cameras on you, it's live on the BBC version of Good Morning Britain, something like that on BBC One, and Diamond. She said, okay, we're just going to sit there, we're going to put a TV camera on you, and say, we've got this man on TV later on. It's going to be for 3 seconds. So, okay, just look at the camera, it's okay. 3, 2, 1, and I went... And the fella behind the, I'm counting in my head 3, and you see the fucking cameraman's shoulders going. And they've kept me on, and the more they kept me on, the more I've gone. I was fucking terrified. In my head I was thinking, just do something silly, but I was combating it. I was going. So in the end, he went fucking out. I thought, fucking hell. And I couldn't snap out of it. I did the interview and I was like, yes, no, yeah, no, yeah. And the next time I went on telly, bang. I couldn't snap out of this fucking fear. Even though there's like a few people around, but I know there's millions of people watching behind the camera. But I'm thinking, well, I couldn't snap out of it. And then eventually went on this TV programme, pre-recorded and backstage. I kept saying to myself, fucking snap out of it, you dickhead. I'm backstage watching this fella. I can't remember his name, but I remember seeing him on telly taking the piss out of people. So the next thing he comes backstage, he's like, you're on next time, and he shook my hand and I squeezed it. He said, if you take the piss out of me, mate, I'm going to drop my keks and jump on you. He said, I won't. I'm squeezed his hand to fuck. I said, I'm telling you now. He said, I promise you I won't. I said, go ahead then. Goes on, and he stuttered 3 times. It took him 3 takes to get me to come on, to introduce me. So I walked on, I went, all right, mate. He's got his hand, little squeeze, and he went, I broke the spell, started having a crack, boss interview and all, and the end I went, fuck it, dropped my keks and jumped on him anyway. With the fear, that TV camera, but now, fucking happy as Larry, do you know what I mean? Love it.
And you say there's a film going to be getting made then about you, possibly?
Yeah, well, Disney came to me years ago of all the things and all that. But over the years, I've just been waiting on a film script for 7 years with a Hollywood actor, I won't mention his name, Chris O'Dowd, who kept me on hold for 7 years, and eventually got the writers, commissioned the writers to write the script. So I've been on the case for a while. I said, listen, 7 years, man, let me see the script. So eventually they said, okay, Chris has read it now, so we can let you read it. It's 120 odd pages. We've got 10 in. What the fuck's this shit? It was like they've just got home from the pub the night before and wrote it dead quick, and it just didn't make any sense, none of it. Anyway, I jibbed him, told him to do one. But now, all of a sudden, there's one in Detroit who wants to do it. He's a youngish fella, but there's now the one that's going on. It's 2 guys in Los Angeles. They did one. The last one they did was on Val Kilmer. It's like a feature-length documentary film. So you're talking and meeting people and all that carry on. So that's in process now as we speak. Do you know what I mean? And I've got a meeting tomorrow with a scriptwriter as well.
I mean, it's film worthy, mate. To be honest, like the still, I don't even think we've scratched the surface in.
I haven't even started.
That's what I mean. I think it's, you could definitely get a film out of it.
For 2 hours.
That's nothing. It's nothing, mate.
Fantastic.
So long we've been here, 2 hours.
That's what I mean.
Let's go.
I think we'll have to do a part 2 with Dave as well.
Yeah, I was thinking that. I mean, you and Dave, mate, in the same room must just be fucking
we have a
serious crack.
What's been, to kind of draw it to an end, because again, I could ask you questions all day. What's been your favourite one?
Well, it's a hard shout. Obviously, the first one, the Hong Kong Sevens, that first initial
emotion, yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Fucking hell. But then the Super Bowl, because the enormity of it and everything I went through before he even left the UK to go there, and the way it happened, the way I actually did it, couldn't have done it any better. No. And then all the stuff that happened afterwards, do you know what I mean? It's unbeatable.
Is there anything now as well where you're thinking and you still want to do now?
I've tried it twice, the World Cup final. But if I told you the German one, it'd take you a while. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, I know we haven't got that much long left. But now, it might elude me, because the next one's in Qatar. No way.
I was going to say,
do
that. You'd end up getting beheaded or stoned or something.
Well, they cut your hand off if you thief. What they're going to do to me for street?
Yeah, you can be in a fucking world of bother.
And the one after that, I think's in America, and I'm after doing the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
I've got problems now with the States. Because the year after I did, actually, the first year...
problems.
I've got problems with him. Originally, I got kicked out of nursery. It did, for telling the kids to go and play out in the playground while the teachers were having a cup of tea, because they made me stand in a corner for whatever naughty thing I did. I got kicked out of nursery, then I got kicked out of school, then I got been kicked out of jobs, been kicked out of college, and I'll get kicked out of countries. Happy
What's
days,
next?
Yeah. Kick me off the planet, send me to the moon. I'll be one of them first ones on Mars. Yeah, it's just,
Is there anyone that you're still kind of thinking, I'll do that one day, or?
But obviously the World Cup, in Germany, the plan was, if I'd have got on, I was going to score a goal in the World Cup final. In my head, it's easy. Just get on, get on, blank them, get the ball, just run through them. I had pace then, but not so much nowadays. I've got a big belly and all that. But that was going to be my finale, finish on the World Cup
out to the top.
Retire at that, like.
Retired on that, but it didn't happen. So I'm not retiring. I went to the Super Cup in Budapest 18 months ago. Winning the Champions League final and the UEFA Cup final. On me jack, lad, people, what's it like in Budapest, lad, in Hungary? No, it's all right. I know somebody wants to live there. I thought, okay, didn't look into it or nothing. Just gets on a plane on me jack, goes to Budapest, rip off kecks and all that. Got a ticket from the lads. Goes in there, sitting there again just before second half, and was going to bail on, get the ball and score a goal. So I was sitting there, thought it's okay, and it's raised, probably about the height of this room. Security's over there, but the first 6 rows are all covered in tarpaulin. It's COVID time and all that. You can only get into Budapest if you had a ticket. The only people who could arrive in Budapest were people who Budapest lived there, or you had a ticket for this game, and they only allowed a certain amount of people in. So I had a ticket for the game. Go on in, lad. It's okay, yes, I'll go ahead. Sounds. And on my chest I had written, lock this down. middle of COVID, lad, do you know what I mean?
Do you have a mask on?
On my monkey, I had a mask on my monkey, lad. Yeah, got it on my phone. And so I thought, okay, yeah, I'm looking at sitting there watching, okay, yeah, sound, yeah. He doesn't look at me when I'm going yet, so I'll just jump over them, do the drop, straight over, and security's over there. It's okay, so next thing, the teams are coming on, and fuck it, go. Bang. I've got my rip-offs on that, and as I'm going over these tarpaulin thing, my foot got stuck in one of the seats. I'm going, fuck. So by the time I pulled it out, he's on me, and he's coming at me. So as I've got over the barrier, he's grabbed hold of my arm. So now I'm hanging, and he's pulling my arm up. So I've gone, fuck. So I'm fucking pulling in the end. I pull my arm away, so I've hit the deck. But as I've done that, security over there have seen what's going on. But so I'm at the deck, bang. Yeah. I've got me, I've still got my kit on. Like they marched me off, and I thought, you fuck. So they took me off and all that. Take me to a police station. Well, I didn't know it was a police station. It was like a big fucking madhouse. I'm sitting there. They put me in a seat. So I'm sitting there. Next thing hours go on, and I was falling asleep. Next thing they're kicking me. No sleep. So I'm tired. No sleep. Don't fucking hell. I wasn't expecting badness. You know what I mean? I was no. But you know when you can't open your eyes. No sleep. So then after a couple more hours, I went, okay. I thought, thank fuck, I'm getting out of here. No, now you go to a proper police station.
Fuck,
So they took me to this police station there. And when I got there, they give me an interpreter, a woman. She was fucking round the bend. So I got in, and as soon as I opened the gate, the cop would come the thing. It's like the Addams family, lad. He had these old kecks on with something tied around his waist instead of a belt. And I've walked in, it was like whatchamacallit used to be under the courts in town, lad. Really nasty, do you know what I mean? I've walked, you said, empty your pockets, something in my pocket, in my bag and all that. You smoke? Yeah. You want a cigarette? Yes, please. Go in this room. In this room, literally, you couldn't spread your arms out in the room. You could go about like that. There's like a wooden stool bolted to the floor. So you couldn't go that either way. So ciggy stumps everywhere. I'm done in, mate. I'm proper done in. I had a cigarette, went, fuck it, lad. So I got on the floor, I've curled up. I need to sleep, and I've fallen asleep. I don't know how long I'd been there. Next thing, the door opened, calm. I thought, oh, thank God for that. Now you go to proper jail. I thought, hang on, what's going on here? So they put me in three different police cars. Took me to this jail. It's like boot camp. That's the interpreter said to me, this is jail. It was okay from the last 2 you've been to. Mate, it was strict regime. And as soon as I got out the police car, I went, you could tell, fellas like that with a mask on, bald head, eyes like that. Stand! Don't move! I was scared to fucking breathe. So he takes me in, stand! Do not move. Like, fucking it. Went through so many different things. But I still had my kit on. He took me in this room and he went through so many things. And I'm fucking scared, mate. I said, hang on, All I've done is drop a wall.
Yeah.
I haven't been got my kids off and got bollock or nothing.
Yeah.
Just dropped the wall, that's it. Stand. Next thing, and there's a police woman and a woman interpreter. So these two fellas are the two coppers, they're nasty like. He's giving it loads. And I'm fucking scared. He said, right. The interpreter said, right now they do strip search. I thought, oh fuck, wait till they see what I've got on. And me writing.
Lock this down.
Fucking hell. So he said, we have to get the women to leave the room because we're only men. I said, okay. And actually went up to him and said, oh, excuse me, before you go, I said, can you tell the officer I have joke underwear on? So she told him. She didn't have a clue what he was on about. She said, okay, I've told him. She goes to the door and he went, first of all, top. Took me top off and I've got fucking locked this down on my chest there. I've gone fucking hell, but I'm just looking straight. I don't want to look at him. I don't want him to talk to me. He can't speak English anyway. So he's just looking at me up and down and I'm just looking into a fucking zone area. After he goes, now, bottoms. I thought, oh fuck, I've got an elephant on. I've got an elephant over my cock with a mask on, with a fucking face mask over the elephant.
COVID mask on
COVID
the elephant.
mask on the elephant. So I've gone, fucking whatever. But I'm scared, like. So I've took my pants off and I stood there and he's gone, what is that? I just went, it's an elephant. I was terrified. I just told him, it's an elephant. And he went, no COVID. Because they had the mask across the elephant's trunk, do you know what I mean? He went, I said, yeah, no COVID. Okay, the next thing, they've done a proper search on me, lad. Made me fucking, you know, when you do a frisk against the wall. Yeah. But they've done it when we put my wrists that way. So if I do anything wrong, they can just push me back and my fucking wrists will go. So I'm against the wall on an angle like that. So I'm in fucking bulk already. I've only dropped the wall. I've done nothing, do you know what I mean? I'm stood there, me fucking elephant's on. We fucking locked this down and he fucking dead.
I'm telling you.
And I thought he was going to go at me ass. He was going all around me with the fucking thing, yo. And I had all these little metal things that taped the mask onto the elephant so it wouldn't fall off when I'm legging it, do you know what I mean? Off. What? Off. I said, what, the elephant? Yes, off. I thought, oh, what's he going to do? Took the elephant off and he went, elephant bigger. Fucking elephant's trunk was only like that on me little thing, yo. Next thing, against the wall, my wrists. I thought he was going up and down with this, I don't know what it was, lad. It had a light on the end of it. Up and down me, and I thought, please don't. Please don't. If you do, use some gel. just don't.
Help me out.
I thought it was bad, I don't know what I mean, but he didn't. He made me spread my cheeks to make sure there was nothing there and all that. Next thing, put me in this room, sterile room. Right, you have 3 meals a day. I thought, fucking hell, I'm going to be fucking here for. I said, my flight's tomorrow. Oh, no flight. No flight for you. I thought, what the fuck's going on here? So give me a toothbrush, everything. I had to make my bed perfect in this fucking sterile room. I'm lying after I've got everything sorted. I'm lying there going, what the fuck's going on? I haven't done nothing. Imagine if it had fucking got on.
Oh, yeah, imagine.
Oh, my God.
So next thing, next day sometime it's okay. Because every time, if you don't eat your food when you come back, you've got to give them what's left. Don't care. When we come for food, you give us it straight away. It's okay. So next day come and he went, okay, open the door. I thought, what's going on now? He went, come. So, go. I said, finish? You finish. I thought,
that was the fastest you've ever run on it.
It wasn't. It wasn't like. I've walked down the road thing, got everything sorted, and the interpreter there said, she said, no. Now you go to court. I said, what? Yes, now you go on trial in court. Fuck. I said, what are you talking about? She said, no, you have offended the Hungarian government. I haven't done nothing. All I've done is drop a wall. Now you go to court. And they took me in court on a leash, on a lead. On a fucking lead, mate. Before we go to court, the cop said to me, do you want cigarettes? I said, yeah. Do you mind if I smoke a lot?
This is only like 18 months ago then, 2 years
18 months ago, yeah. 19.
20,
yeah.
Fucking mad.
So I'm outside court having a cigarette on a lead. Handcuffed and on a lead. In front of the public. So he goes into court and the interpreter said, I'll tell you everything that happens in the courtroom. I said, I hope so. I said, what's the worst thing that'll happen here? She went, well, because of your offence, maybe 2 years. I said, 2 years? Has that done nothing? She said, no, you break the law in Hungary. It's not good. You come from another country, you break the law in our country, it's not good. So next thing, and the woman, the judge, fit as fuck. She was tired, you lady, with the mask on. I thought, go ahead. So I was sitting there, and they give me a duty lawyer. So I met him outside, he spoke English, thank God. He said, okay, he said, anytime they questions, it's all in Hungarian. Anytime we speak, and you look at me, if I look at you, he said, you just say yes. If I go like that, you just say no. It's okay, thank you. So in the courtroom, talking away and all that, I say yes. The prosecution's fucking going at the clappers, and I thought, so to her, what's she saying? She says, the prosecutor's not like you. I go home. So the next thing is, okay. Now they say they throw so many charges at you, and they're going to drop 2, but the one where I can't remember what the bloody charge was. You have to plead. I think we should say guilty. So the lawyer went, and then she went, apologise. Tell him you're sorry. I said, okay, don't worry, I'll fucking tell him I'm dead sorry. So I apologised 3 or 4 times during the course of. Yes, I have to say, Your Honour, I am so sorry. I just got caught up in a moment. I've never been here before. I had a drink beforehand. When I see the teams want to play, I just want to run and wave. Because you didn't know. Even the coppers didn't say to them what I had on and fucking writing or nothing. It's okay, they would deliberate. Next thing, we have to go out after an hour and a half, wait outside while I decide what to do. Said to the prosecutor, what do you reckon? She went, I don't know. I'm not sure about the prosecutor. I thought, can I go to jail here? Yes, of course. Fucking hell, man. So eventually he goes, after about half an hour, my lawyer went, don't worry, it's okay. But he's just doing that to calm me down. I needed it. So actually come and stand up there. I apologised again before they even delivered the verdict. So again, they fined me. It was about 80 quid. About 80 quid, like. Yeah, he said, you must leave. I'd missed my flight, but you're not allowed to stay 3 days because of COVID. That's your limit from the minute you set foot here. And I had like about 12 hours left of me time. I went, he said, you must leave Hungary immediately. I said, okay, thank you. I went back to the hotel. Looked on flights, no flights back to fucking Liverpool or nothing. I went, shit, none to the UK. Oh, what the fuck? Fuck it, go to Spain. So I jumped on a plane that night, lad, and went to fucking Spain and fucking had a few days in Spain. I just go, fucking hell, what just happened there, lad? Didn't even get on. But I was fucking, the mad thing is, they said, you must pay this. And they've sent me a thing in Hungarian. It's gone back nearly 18 months, 2 years. I still haven't paid the fine. It's got an international arrest warrant out for me, haven't I? I go to Hungary again. For 80 quid. It's all in Hungarian. Yeah. And I don't understand the word it says. I don't know anyone who speaks Hungarian.
Fucking hell. Yeah. Anyone who speaks Hungarian.
Yeah, get in touch.
Hello, yes, please. If I can find, will you pay the £80 for me? Just get in touch and say, I'm really sorry, and I will not be back.
Some way to finish, tell you that.
Mate, we're going to have to get you back on.
Yeah, 100%.
I've only just started, mate. Literally only just started.
2 hours, we try and keep them 2 hours, if not a bit too long, but we're 2 hours, mate, and like you say...
It'll be a part 2, 100%.
Yeah. I think we get Davey next time as well.
No,
mate.
That will be about 4 hours.
That's a story, that.
It's mad, isn't it?
We've heard some stories, but that is a story. I will give you that.
I think this is the least me and you've spoken when I've just sat here with my mouth open, just going... Mark, mate, absolute pleasure, mate. Thanks for your time, mate.
Spot on, Andy Larn.
Thank you,
boss. Hey, pleasure.
Appreciate it.
Cheers.